What's up?
Why does it feel like that was a waste of time, but I know it wasn't. Barrett's not feeling well. If he actually acted on the stuff that If he actually acted on stuff like I know he probably did. I don't know who watched. I mean, obviously nothing really bad happened, otherwise I feel like something would have happened unless they opted not to. And more or less have nothing to show for it. No solid leads. I mean, a couple ideas, but nothing that would overtly link them to anyone with bad opinions of us. Maybe the noble house of Flints, but I don't know why. I feel like I screwed up that opportunity there. Fair. I suppose you're not wrong about ideas and such. There's only so much I can actionably do, at least by myself. There's only so much support I'm going to get on this endeavor. I mean, I know others have the same concerns, at least, but I feel like just trying to talk about it would have them be more likely to just continue laying into me for the fact that I took the initiative on it sooner than they did. It's a mess. It's another mess, I tell you.
And I leave the rag out to dry.
We... Who else knows about it besides the, lieutenant?
Well, there's UI, Jack's aware. I did suggest that the lieutenant that at least someone invested should know.
Fair.
Lest things go terribly wrong.
So, question to you is this, do we look at this like a one-time thing, or for the rest of them going forward? Because if so, we should probably give some sort of heads up to the rest of the division.
No, we're not supposed to eat those. People have already tried.
Going to ask if they knew where the meat is. They are workers.
Last thing we want is somebody
Alright.
getting creative with like an addition or something after it's already been added in, and then they get hurt because of it. And also set us back
A lot of people talk about it.
a lot of time.
I suppose so. At least those in the division that we know for sure that we can trust. But I'm not sure if we will
let's just say
need it going forward.
Fair. I guess determine risk of the area. After all, we don't know what the situation is elsewhere. Maybe we'll have a reason that we need to do that again, but...
Perhaps.
Hopefully we don't need to ever learn if they actually work. Just abundance of caution.
Then I guess I'll go open up the tabernacle. No food over here then?
I've been a little busy with that whole project. Have we had any word from the new Aethertech engineers if we've learned either way, trustworthy or not?
Not that anyone has openly communicated. To a degree, I think that's just going to be a bit of having to just sitting down, properly talking to them, and trying to get as best a picture of who they are. I mean, I think it was Tyrion was getting relatively acquainted with the airship itself. So
Hunt some stuff too. I'm trying to.
They've been. If I see them, I might see about just asking how while they're picking up on all that. One, probably because we should consider taking a look at that stuff soon, so I'd like to know their insight level without having anyone that's already been working on it telling them.
Good morning, Ivy.
Good assessment in general,
I
just
appreciate not having
regardless.
to look over my back every time we do any kind of work on it.
Yeah. I mean, worst case, if we really need to, we can always ask someone to just help ensure that we have some degree of privacy while we're working on the sensitive stuff. Although, to be fair, even if they did look over their shoulder, I feel like they would barely make sense of it. I mean, those things are fucking complicated.
That they are.
Yeah. I'll, if they drop around, I'll try to... I want to at least get to know them anyways, because, well, assuming that they're just perfectly fine, don't want to make them feel like that they're, under that deep of a magnifying glass.
Let me know if you do learn anything.
Vegetables.
Of course.
Vegetables. There's apples.
So apparently we have shears and people don't like that.
They are hard to chew.
I'm trying to prepare breakfast. I'll look for meat for you and try and warm that up.
It doesn't need to be warm.
Oh boy.
I don't think he heard you.
I know a few that do.
It is possible it is not preferred. I do have some salt on me.
Sorry.
Right. Leave it out to
Here we
dry
go.
for a bit.
Just lean back.
It's done as far as I can tell, but obviously without actually being able to test it, it's hard to say how severe the effects will be.
Would it be volatile enough to destroy the entire project?
That's the hope.
I do leave my stuff in here.
Okay.
Well, at least enough of it that it can't be.
At
disabled.
minimum, the parts that would be most exciting would be hard to
Okay.
work with.
I don't have access to them, but there are certain etchings we can use of a particular manner that could vaporize material, if it came to that.
Who would have access to those, just out of curiosity?
Probably the professor back in Norendal. Or,
Well,
you know,
that's not super helpful
anything
to us
left
unless
you
we
could be hints to
go
it.
back
Yeah.
there for any reason.
We could write him some letters, and then again, that's pretty pretty hot packages.
I don't think he'd be comfortable sending something like that through a third party.
Aye, that's not exactly ideal.
Right, well, if I get the chance, maybe I'll get in contact with him in case we ever need it.
Should Emma be
Yeah.
like roaming around by herself? She's
Where'd she go?
she just crossed the
Okay.
bridge.
I'll go get her. Sorry, Captain. Thank you. Both.
He's very shy about his head.
Sorry about that. She's just
No, you're fine.
acting
that.
weird.
Yeah, that's been the case. Especially since, well, I think the night of the gala is when it kind of noticeably became worse.
I found him very
No, that's a different kind of weird. She's been acting.
Oh, okay, well, I mean, maybe I'm just getting used to the weirds that they blend together.
Well,
Is she talking to
Anyway.
people at least, or like just brushing
no,
people?
no, that's the whole point. She's sort of like giving one-word answers to everything. No real
Ah, yeah, okay.
back and forth.
Yeah, I see the issue. That much I didn't know, but that's because I don't really talk to her much in the first place.
That's why I'm asking about her.
Hey, Oral, any news?
What
I suppose
variety?
I'll keep an eye out.
I kept to myself the last few weeks.
How are the portals doing? Or not the portals, what are they called?
The
Barrier.
shields.
Would make a good
Yeah.
As far as I can tell from those little, what got set up in the
and you can break it into two
airship, they seem to be running fine still.
Good.
Did we have one that was, some way to attune one to, Norendels? Because I remember you got that initial idea with,
We'll have to-
the Ophelia one.
I was expecting maybe we'd go back and get a chance to put that in
Right.
after the fact. If not, I suppose we could send a letter to the professor and get him to do that half of it.
Morning.
Wouldn't be too difficult.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's a... I was gonna say that you can send it with the mail. Not the other idea.
All right.
As useful as those things are, it's, I wish there was a way that they could be made a bit quicker. With how many are going to probably be needed all over just Asix alone. 8 weeks for each one is, quite a while. Especially as word starts getting around about them actually working, and people are probably going to get antsy about their spotted line.
Gonna have to start teaching more people how to do it.
Do you have the time
Let them
to?
split off.
Well,
Easier than doing them one at a time.
I mean, there's one obvious complicating factor to that, but several more on top of that. I suppose that would be something that we would have to deal with if that becomes the overall consensus of it. I mean, I feel like with that suggestion would ultimately be we'd have to teach people outside the initiative how to make everything. So we can't... we don't really have the people to be splitting off. Well, with the number of people needed to work on it just on our end. Can't really feasibly split anybody off to go work somewhere else, and then, well, our limited manpower is now cut into even smaller chunks. And we only have one airship, so we can't, unless we just drop people off places.
Maybe we'll get lucky and there's some auxiliary people who are good at Aether Tech.
Well, I mean...
People who don't mind being an away team or something.
Well, I was going to say we did get a couple people that are...
I suppose not.
Aether Tech oriented. It's mostly just getting a feel for them, finding out what their baseline is for skill before having them work on things that, well, you want working right the first time.
Yeah. My head's killing me. I'm gonna get some water.
Everything okay?
Yeah, fine. Just feeling a little under the weather.
Being under the weather is kind of the opposite of being fine, but... you do you.
But the weather is not bad. It is just
I mean,
cloudy.
physical state.
Figure of speech. Where'd Rowan go off to? I know I saw him up and about. I can at least fill him in on the matter, at least from my end.
He's the reason why a lot of things he caught fire.
I check mainly on the paths, but I found people have a tendency to go off on their lonesome a lot and talk in nondescript areas of the woods. Granted, that's... one could argue that's literally what I'm doing with you all now, so... Never actually been out this way, so I can try to figure out there's like at least a bridge. There's a mysterious mushroom. Let's see. Let us see. I think that is a bridge over there, so we've done a full circuit.
Ding ding. Ding ding. Ship noises.
Wow, that's a really loud ship bell. That sounds amazing. Well, if I can't find Rowan, I'm sure I'll find him there shortly. I'm really tempted to go over to that mushroom. Really tempted. Really tempted. Really tempted. Fuck it. You never know when you'll get another opportunity to touch a weird-looking mushroom. Boop. I feel invigorated. Alright. Casual call, we go this way. Make sure no one's asking, hey, why'd you go off that way? Not important. Okay, let's see here. Is it gonna be more auxiliary people? Do we have more? Do we have more of them?
Who knows?
Well, there isn't a crowd of people wearing our uniform this time, so.
Family member.
Almost auxiliary
You were
forces.
talking to me?
Yeah. I'm asking, during these times of hopelessness, who do you contact? Besides yourself. Family member.
By the way, Tyrion, right? Did I remember?
Yes.
Ah, cool. I saw you kind of going around the Iron Rose a fair bit over the past week or so. Have you been getting relatively familiar with it all?
Yes. Seems to all be in order for now. I think a few parts might need to be replaced at some point, but it's not nothing to focus on yet, at least. But it's fine as is.
I was going to say any of the important parts, stuff in particular.
Not none of the important parts. At least if it was, I would have informed everyone first.
Gotcha. Is it like similar to stuff that you've worked on in the past? Well, I mean, maybe not to the same scale, but like.
Not the exact same scale. It's my first time looking at a airship of this scale, at least. So.
Of this scale? Have you worked on one before? Or?
Smaller, very small, if anything.
Auxiliary, come with us, I guess. I'm gonna bring them to the camps. We'll,
They make, there are smaller versions of those ones out there?
I don't think. What did you do? I mean, I know that you like hunted it.
The only place I know that has that kind of tech was Palvendor.
Lindsay, I can pick you up something.
I didn't, and I've only seen the large ones, so if they make small ones too.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, they do.
I should probably get this to camp. I told you. And then wash my hands.
Oh my god, it's Paint and Chrono! Oh, that's so cute!
You could probably get shown around and then I'll make sure to...
Purchase me a Shumo.
Yes, pleasure to meet
But so I guess, long story short, not the first time really worked on any sort of craft.
Oh, for craft, no, that's absolutely not.
Well, craft like
Perfect timing.
vehicle, I suppose. Best way to put it.
More or less, yeah.
One new one sorted, 2 new auxiliary.
Gotcha.
Oh!
In a very simplified form, yes. Ox minerals, crystals, salt,
Wait.
and most relevant to you all,
They have potions.
There was another side. Oh, right there. Okay. They were turning the side. I couldn't see the bands on their uniform.
Well,
It's
look
like
at the legs. The white. Auxiliary has the white around everywhere.
Glad to have you on board.
Pleasure to meet you.
This is Riley. She's one of the unsorted.
I was gonna show them around, but seem to be doing their introductions here again.
Well, to be fair, some of the main showing around and stuff is a bit more exciting. Back at quote base.
Dealing with strong people.
Do some sort of group introduction instead of trying to do it one-on-one or take
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You prayed to Luna, right?
Actually, do you mind if we
Luna.
get away from the crowd?
Oh.
Yep.
I have.
Don't think I really so much to speak to anyone these days.
Pleasure to meet you.
Fair enough. We were just having a conversation about it. I'm just, I don't know, it's on my mind now.
Graham. Like the...
Can't imagine why.
Graham. Okay. Yep.
Imagine why
Nice
what?
to meet you, Graham.
Why Luna would be on
Tyrion,
people's minds.
Part of working in the...
Well, she's just on my mind because I pray to her every day.
Force. Glad to have you. Didn't know we were gonna
Probably be working with my...
I'm a sailor. I mean, she's the reason why I'm even here.
Curious
I
about
suppose it's one of those, like, it's a bit more, morose thoughts, given their state.
Well, it's nothing.
You don't
is.
happen to have any of the cups, right?
It's nothing insane. It's just my own thoughts. I was just praying, and Jack and Emma came up and was talking to them about it. Emma doesn't pray to anyone.
No cooks.
It's
So I'm just curious to ask Luca. Figured to ask Yoral, because, you know, sailor as well. Figured he, at least,
I think so.
maybe
You
no.
don't just...
My family was very, fond of her.
Yeah, true. I think some
Moon
people,
elves, right?
Same.
capable
Yeah,
of cooking
I mean,
anyway, so you can
the bigger hint is,
I
in a way, that my last name was a bit of a play on that.
If you'd like, I
Apparently,
can
it's
always
just
teach you.
been a thing
It's
throughout
always
the
good to be
family
on the
line.
field.
So,
Field.
hi.
Is how
You're
it
on
is?
stomach.
Hi,
So, yes.
Good.
Jacqueline. Nice to meet you. And you,
Céline. Pleasure.
Never.
I'm also going to cut in here.
I
Hello,
believe I
pleasure
didn't
to
get
meet
your
you.
name. You introduced yourself as a guide. That's it.
Oh. Captain Murphy. Just captain here. Helped Rosewood sail for a bit. Now I'm just kind of stuck around.
I see.
You can just call me Captain Murphy. You may hear some people refer to me as Pumpkin Patch, but that's also another name I go by. But you can just call me Murphy.
Nice to meet
New
you.
Oxford. That was another one of you.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
And you are?
Pleasure to meet you.
Name's Yara.
I see. You can tell from the sash.
There are professors.
Pleasure to meet you.
Those who
I
are
look forward to
not.
working with all of you.
Maybe wait till they finish.
They can often give
And
orders
you are?
to be followed.
I can wait.
Though
Oh, my name is Tyrion. I'm working with the 8th Attack Division for the Auxiliary Force.
Don't tell me you're more Aethertech technicians.
to my team, should I have need
No, I'm not. I'm a cook.
for us to train.
Oh, okay. We got so many. I was like, how are we gonna fit enough room? Oh my gosh! There's so many.
My cousin is interested in it, but she's more.
We
of a
don't all
geologist.
work on stuff at the same time. People kind of just have their own
Like, there's so
schedule.
many.
to it all.
Dude, where's all the sailors?
Listen, hey, with what we have to build these days, it's great to have extra hands. I'm not complaining.
You're right. I just Does it hurt to meet another sailor for once?
Apparently, yes.
When I showed up, no one knew how to man a boat, like, at all. It was only him.
Well, we were just on a boat for like 3-ish weeks. So this sailor taught us a few things.
2 for me.
I assume the captain also fucked off already. They tend to do that. I never get to talk to them.
Yeah.
Yes, he fucked
They,
off. We
they
came
sort
in
of
on a little
just
dinghy.
had us.
You came in a dinghy? You weren't on a ship?
Dinghy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. The ship was off the coast.
I was gonna say that guy just
Rowboat in.
kind of immediately
He
walked by.
drops you off from it. I guess, I mean, well, that's not. That was
He sort of
the
verted
shipwright
off.
wanting to hang around.
I was gonna say, given the current condition in the surrounding area, I'm not surprised that they would be like wanting to get out of here as quickly as possible.
I transported a rift beast on my boat. That guy's a pussy.
Yeah.
That some sailors on Spheres.
That's you also had people that a number of people that could have fought it off if something had happened. One person. 'Cause I don't see. I don't think we should ask. I don't think we should be asking someone who's said that they are just a cook to fight. That would be very rude.
I don't know, if you enchant a frying pan, oh my gosh, I called it. If you enchant a frying pan, I bet you that does something.
If you whack them hard enough, it'll do a good bit of damage.
So what you're saying is we teach
I
them
don't
how
think it
to
would
do
work.
the lesser power infusion inscription on the frying pan.
Absolutely not.
No.
Emergency weapon, I don't know.
Most anything
Attempt
else.
to bludgeon rift beasts into submission with a frying pan, especially when you are as short as you are. Your reach is.
Mordred did it with a
I have
shovel.
no plans to. I have absolutely no plans to whatsoever.
Merely a hypothetical.
I miss Mordred, where is he?
Okay,
That is a good point.
thank you.
Don't worry, we all know how to fight.
That demon guy's badass. His grandma on the end of his arm.
I have your introduction been
I
going.
heard.
It's good, you know.
Think I could use a
I'm
great
not
club right
excuse
now.
me, that introductions.
To build up my muscle a little bit.
Thank you for offering the
Stutters.
That club is
Yeah, just a few
that
more
club is
months of
almost as
tossing
tall,
hands at
if
you.
not taller than you.
I still have one more
That's
thing
like-
on my checklist that I need to do.
So, few more months of
What's
training.
that?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You know?
Hey, nice to meet you.
to go.
Yeah.
I'm also
Sweet.
nice to. So it's nice to have other
get
new
out to throw a few more
people
hammers
also
at me
be
then.
there.
Yep, I didn't get to you yet.
How long have you been here?
New people.
I got
The
7 and a half
Sack
competent captain.
geologist.
7 weeks?
That's
Pretend.
Completely.
So I'm sorry. I hear
Hey, I
from
probably
cousin.
Note to self, tell Chrono they have both the short and long sleeves on their gambeson.
Excuse me, are we?
Yeah? What's up?
I just wanted to. Your eye is.
Oh, yeah, I wish I could explain to the extent that I understand what is happening with all that stuff, but best explanation I can say is, I feel like, there's, a tug of war between our two, spherical-shaped friends.
I've picked up on that.
Once had a mark over here for
Have you-
God knows how long, now I have this one.
You haven't seen them in the last few weeks, have you?
Last few weeks?
Or
Not,
recently?
well, I've, as much as I wish I could see the golden one, I haven't been able to, successfully notice them aside from, I think, the one time that it showed up around when, Shio was making their preparations to, depart for a while. I have seen at periodic times, though, the purple one has been showing up in and out and directly in front of my vision around people, and quite honestly, I felt like it was doing that on purpose to drive home a personal point after, a rather snippy remark in it. doing something that made me have more questions that
a lot of names.
I've not had a chance to ask.
Alea and Alea.
So,
It does seem like we have more questions than answers at this point.
oh yeah, well, the thing being is that I thought for sure that, you know, I'd find some connection to, shall we say, personal complications from one of them, only to find out that the other may just have as much potential answer, if not influence, in the first place, so... It all comes full freaking circle.
Well, thank you for telling me what you know.
I'm willing to expand on the thoughts. I just kind of would want to do that a bit, not immediately in potential earshot of the new people, because I don't really want to. I don't want to introduce them to the absolute mess that is the inner workings of my head. I suppose the reason why you're asking is because you're also looking to, well, find them for similar reasons, I imagine, just answers.
Yes, and also the fact I contacted the Purple One a few months ago.
Right, you were part of the group that was with Shoff.
Have you managed to find anything on who that is? A name, a book?
Not in the slightest. Although, and, well, the big reason why I wanted to get a bit away from people, I have been near them in the form of the orb multiple times now. I've had those dreams. Hell, we had that one dream that led us together and had that,
don't remind me.
Yeah, that little morning swim. But it should be fine. Right here. I have not ever heard their voice. I've only ever seen them and, well, the way that they talk with those, the color shifts to indicate yes or no. But if I heard their voice, I feel like that could potentially answer a lingering question that I've had, that I both want the answer and am afraid of what it might be. Prior to when all those dreams are happening, like when people start showing up in weird places, up on the cliff, us, later people on the roofs, etc., and then the dreams where, at least from what people told me, those that were with the golden orb were glowing in some way during their dream, and I imagine it was the same for you guys. I had one prior to all of that that was directly prompted by those voices or entities. I don't know what to call them anymore, but they brought me into a dream, and I say this after the fact because after that dream was over, I couldn't remember it at all. But something they did helped me remember. But in that dream, there was a point where a voice that I've never heard before, none of the ones that are generally recognizable out of all the constant, like, background static or whatever. There was one that was way louder than the rest, that almost like it saying to do something was less of a request and more of a demand that couldn't be denied. And when I went towards where that source was, I basically got pulled into this just dark void by all these different tendrils where something spoke to me. And it was... whatever this thing was in the dream, it spoke of... it almost spoke like it was looking for someone or potentially multiple things to be vessels for it. It's a vessel of mercy, as it put it. But when it proceeded to but the problem is when it spoke of many that were suffering, many in pain, that I could be their mercy. And it kept pushing images into my mind of different situations, different moments, all while basically forcing the shift in this one. And it seemed heavily implied that it was trying to encourage me to grant them mercy through the mercy of death. But for whatever reason, it cut off when there was a brief moment of resistance, like it was almost disappointed or annoyed, I don't know what, before I got freed from it all. But from what people have been talking about recently, about the more that they learn about the Shoth, they bring up imagery of this idea of destruction, of death, and most notably the whole matter of often it being accompanied by imagery of black tendrils, especially those of, like, after Lieutenant's magic got changed, kind of like mine. Which makes me think that it's possible that they had directly spoken to me at one point without revealing who they were. And if that's the case, they could very well have been responsible for all the stuff that's happened to me for the past several years.
But if they've been active in the world for the past almost decade, why show up now?
I don't know.
Seems a bit late.
It's clear that's probably because there are now more pieces on the board moving in a way that wasn't conditions that weren't present before, present now. I'm not sure, but I know that they have to be somehow connected, because up on the Iron Rose, a day or so before we were finally able to land, because of the storms in the area, they showed up to me on the ship, trying to position themselves such that no one could see them but me. And I asked one thing, and that was relatively out of just annoyance, was if they had a special interest in me, and it was a resounding yes. I got frustrated because of all that. I told it I didn't want to have anything to do with it, and it just disappeared, and the second it did, so did all of the voices, that even like just a quiet static when none of them were really speaking out of the constant chatter. They stayed silent for a whole week, only to show back up again as they're showing up in front of me over and over the course of the day, like they were trying to indicate that they were potentially some part of it. And the part that frustrates me is that I know that the only way I'm going to be able to find out that much is probably having to let it in, but I have no idea how good that's going to be for me at this point. I mean, if the thing that's happened to my arm is their influence, they have their influence completely all over this arm, and it's still been growing a bit. I know some of it a bit onto my chest now. I just want to know what their intentions are of me, and let alone any of us. Especially the ones who got pulled into that dream where they finally introduced themselves properly. If the dream I had was with them as well, and they're looking for those who can be its vessel, I want to know why. What game are they having us play on their behalf that they can't do on their own?
Maybe they need us more than we need them.
And I even say this out of consideration of the Golden One presenting itself as Alea. I know there are some that have their doubts about if it's really them or if it's just a form they took that would be most conducive to having a conversation. But I mean, when I had asked them if they had an idea of what was happening to me, just from what I had brought from before I came to you all, I don't know, but they said yes, so they clearly understand what's happening too. And I've tried to reach out to them ever since, because I asked them if they could bring me into another dream at some point so that we could more easily speak. And they said they would try. But that was like... It's basically been about 3 months since that interaction. And I haven't even seen them again since then. I've only seen the purple one all over the place. And honestly, it has me worried, since both sides seem to be talking about balance, and yet right now there's a whole lot more purple activity than gold. So if there's meant to be working together on something, it's not happening. I don't know if that's because something happened or interference.
There was a saying I heard some people mention a few times back in my hometown.
Yeah?
Inside people, there are 2 spirits. One is light, good, righteousness, justice. And the other is...
Speaking of... They're back. I suppose at this point, I imagine you probably have been seeking out both of them to some degree. I am too, so as much as I'd like to try to hide from it all, I am firmly stuck in the middle of the scales here, for lack of a better word. So it's... But for now, it seems like potentially both of them are mostly content with watching.
For now.
Which, given how forward they were with their methods of
introductions,
approach, exactly, for them to go from that level of intensity to, well, people, I imagine there are probably a handful of people out there that have been trying to speak to them. I mean, I've seen some of them outright doing it. The whole very public discussion that happened on the Iron Rose being the most notable, but with how many people have been trying to reach out to them, I haven't heard many people mentioning any degree of success. Like, I know some people are being a bit secretive of their reasons for wanting to talk to them, but that's not everybody. They at least say, hey, I saw them, I was able to ask them things, and then the inevitable question of what'd you ask? Oh, those who need to know. No. Usually is what gets answered. Although to be perfectly fair, I'd probably do the same thing, so I can't really judge. Unless it was, you know, the big answer, but something tells me it's probably one of those things that they don't tell or answer, not because they are just toying with people, but because there's probably some reason they can't. Like, whatever reason they were doing this for. If it was revealed too much, it could change something irreparably. That'd be my guess.
At this point, we don't have all the answers. And I think that's exactly where they want us to be. The least we can do is be on guard.
It makes it a bit difficult to be enthusiastic about assisting them with whatever their end goal is with it all if they don't want to inform those who will be doing the hands-on work of bringing forth that balance without having any idea of what they're hoping to achieve with it. Like, yeah, there's an easy way to presume that it might be related to, you know, the balance of the world, and maybe if things are in balance, it will heal itself. But it can't be that simple. Because if it was, I'm sure somebody would have tried that by now. Like, if people suddenly discovered, oh, the reason... I suppose that would really depend. It would require people to get over their aversion to the cult. That much is for sure. Because I know the basic understanding of it is that it erases the idea of what something was. But there's been plenty of documented information about the existence of other planes, like obviously the elemental ones, probably even more focused beyond that. What if it's not being erased, but it's being sent somewhere else? And the question would be is, if so,
where to?
Where? To the same idea of like, when divine is effectively creating something from nothing. or at least using something to add magic and then you get something that's greater than the sum of its parts. Where does that come from? It is pulled in from somewhere, perhaps. Which would then potentially mean if there is a reason that there would need to be a balance because of light and dark, all the other parallels you can make. If you keep pulling from a well that is getting rapidly empty, what happens if you try to pull from an empty well that's completely dried up of, well, what you're trying to get from it? You ever get nothing?
Well, you get a flood.
So you would either get nothing or you would get what's beyond. You'd start getting you'd get just... If you kept trying to go deeper, trying to look for more, well, you don't know what you'd end up finding. You'd end up breaking the well right open to where if it tried to... Well, if you tried to fill it up again, it would just leak right back out. It's a wild idea, but...
You're digging... Well, ideas are all that we have right now. I can't blame you.
But in that regard, I mean... It's an idea for what they could potentially mean by the need for a balance. However, that then has the rather grisly implications that in order for things to be in balance, things have to die and completely destroy almost the very concept of life to be sent somewhere to ultimately be able to come back through the other way. And of course there's the whole question of if one were to theoretically go in a rift, where would they end up? Would they see into that well that's supposed to be pulled from, or where it's supposed to be sent to cycle back around?
You think the rifts are occult magic?
Maybe not necessarily occult, but the primordial form of what the very idea of destruction is.
That does remind me of the time Luca got abducted by people who seemingly could
manipulate them, or manipulate their energies. Lumen got told a bit about that, to the extent of how valid that information is. I don't think anyone really knows for sure, and the best bet would be Luca, and I imagine it's something he doesn't really understand himself, and if he does, probably isn't too keen on wanting to talk about it.
Most people wouldn't. But if the two are connected, I think that just opens up more questions.
Which would ultimately then cycle back around to need to ask the closest embodiment to an idea of destruction.
Hello, Jackson.
Lieutenant, sorry, Céline. Emma's decided to leave. Within, I think, a few hours, and we're saying goodbye now.
She's...
So, if you had anything to tell her.
Where's she going?
I don't know. You're gonna go look for Kiki's fiance. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Fuck.
We're looking forward to talk to him again.
Alright. Make sure that, wherever you go, you both get in plenty of, nutrients.
And take care of Solus.
Yeah.
He's a soft boy, but he doesn't want to admit it.
I'm going to resting for a little bit. Just until you open the spotlight and what it is. Thanks. Deep breath in.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Captain. Oh, not on me right now.
You too.
Did you understand what she said?
She was going to check on something.
Having a day.
We all were a good family. And I'll think about you often.
I'm going to offer my assistance.
Well, I'm gonna make a lot of crazy potions. Okay.
I'll try my best. Take care of Kiki for me, will you?
But I'm sorry.
I will. I promise. You're a strong boy. You're capable. Unknown.
Yes, it is an honorable path.
Didn't talk much,
If you
but
are in need of distraction, then you would like to
we'll
find
be
me later.
missing you in the lab.
Yeah. Well, now you got all the lab for yourself.
Be one, I will not hold my power punches.
Take care wherever you go. Well, it's crazy.
Wow, that's crazy. I'm sure you guys can help it. I need to see the bigger picture. Take care of the root of the problem.
Let's go. Pat, stay safe.
Emma.
Thanks. I will take my leave now.
Now you just came back from goodbye again?
Every person we get never goes. Another endless cycle in itself. Unfortunate. Perhaps that's why they were so aloof lately. Not like it's my place to really dig into it. Have you already heard?
Heard what?
Emma's going to be leaving soon.
Ah, yes, that I have heard.
Just making sure. Since everyone's pretty much going through the process of saying their goodbyes. Seems like for every person we get lately, it never goes.
Oh, yeah, it does seem that way, don't it?
Either way, just came over here to make sure you knew, in case you didn't.
Thank you. Overheard your little talk with, what's the tall one?
Tyrion? Yeah. No,
Max,
I... That was an interesting thing that they mentioned, that I don't know if that was a mistake on their part or if they potentially said something that they maybe didn't mean to, but if they've worked on something like that before, even on a smaller scale, I don't think anyone else has had any experience working on that kind of technology aside from Palvandor, so...
Aye, as far as I'm aware, it is a uniquely Palvandorian thing, at least.
I may try to...
As far as my knowledge goes.
I might try to circle back and see if there's a way to get them to talk about themselves a bit. See if I can get a mention of at least where they're from or where they've been. If they say anywhere remotely near that, that might be... well, as much as I hate it, that might be one of the red flags that you were worried about.
Aye, it is only bolstering my concern, no. But it's better to know than not.
Yeah. I'll keep trying. As long as I can do so without, you know, making them think I'm interrogating them. It's equal parts interest and equal parts exactly that, so...
Alright.
It's at least 50% noble intention. Can't get the feeling. Sometimes I feel like those... that they're following me.
Alright, thank you. Have a good day, alright?
That's a hope.
There's been an influx of children to the city.
We're not quite sure.
Welcome.
Do the tavern keep...
Yes. At the moment, it's my first day. What can I get for you?
Swordman.
What's the heaviest shit you got?
No.
Or are you
Well, you're the
making
first to
me one?
ask that. Let's see. I consider the Firebrand L to be the heaviest. We are kind of out of stock lately when it comes to
Just let you know,
alcoholic drinks.
the maple stuff is really sweet, really good, and it's the best
Oh
price.
shit, it's Cassie's new character, the Mikey! Oh, they look so good in person.
Yeah. I'm
No, very
giving out
alcoholic, though.
complimentary things just for
Shit,
promotional
give me that
wise. Of course.
I
I'll
don't-
get you in just a moment.
Captain, did you finally get that
It's
talk
passed
with
off too cold.
with the ship captain that you were looking for? I think that was them on the road.
No, I haven't. There's no captains around.
Oh. I thought that was the
I mean,
person you were
from this
talking
guy,
to.
he's an adventurer, though.
Oh.
Thank you.
And I'll take this. Well, the name of the drink is maple sugar mead. It's a light alcoholic drink that is pretty sweet. Perfect for breakfast or just to start the day.
Ah, yes. Alcohol in the morning, my favorite.
Listen, do you know how many day drinkers we have? They would go head over heels for the stuff.
Me
you'd be
too. Did I
surprised,
ever tell you about the
actually.
time? You remember I got pre-gamed at the gala?
Yes, I did, and we were almost secondhand embarrassed.
Hey, I almost got a kiss from the princess.
What? You did?
What?
Almost. People say I look awfully lot like the Duke.
Would you like a refill?
She must.
Actually, I was going to
I
say.
can see that now. I can really see that.
Yeah,
I was going to say,
Take
quite
off
honestly.
the eye patch, you could intimidate him.
Yeah, if
person.
he took the eye patch off,
Oh,
if he took the eye patch off, and he dressed in a way that was almost identical to the
Yes.
other, it was
Just put in like a fake eye or something.
it was
Of course.
almost uncanny valley
Glass eyes are-
territory. How similar they looked in
Can I
that.
get something for you?
Pretty good though.
Sure,
I mean,
that drink that you
she,
just described.
She almost gave me a kiss, but
Sound-
Actera stopped it.
Maple
She was drunk.
sugar mead, of
I
course.
sucked on a bunch of ice and
I like sweet things.
splashed my face, and I sobered up quick.
Oh,
and, you know,
actually, this will be perfect.
old sailor's trick.
Well, it seems
I
like
do-
they're actually out right now. In my head, just trying to get the lay of the tavern and make sure I don't mess up on my first day.
I have a question though.
I might have
Said
an
you
answer.
had a bunch of day drinkers.
There are some
Yes.
high
Concerning
function.
for a bunch of war mages.
There are some people that
Only on the downtime.
are very fond of their
What are you?
fond of their
There you go.
ingestible poisons.
No, don't lie to yourself.
It's not lying. They usually do it on the downtime. I've only seen Luca and what's her face get blasted ass when we're
Yuki.
chilling.
I was gonna say those
That's
two
'cause
are
they get that. That's because they are light drinkers. They are like
lightweight.
lightweight.
Exactly.
Lightweight.
Emma never
Lightweights, they're
drank. Well, no,
lightweights.
actually, that's a lie. We did take a sip every now and then, but she never got drunk.
That's
That's
because
probably because they're more tolerable to alcohol.
or they haven't been having
Like
the
if-
stuff that
for me, for
Rin's been
example-
making lately. That's
I want to try that. I know Robert gave me something and it's pretty alright. But
You
you
guys
know,
are microbrewing.
yes.
It's
I think.
one of the
I don't know what its term is.
one of the people in the alchemy division has a hobby for brewing as well. They actually use it a bit as a base for some of the potions that they made themselves, I think.
Should write this down.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was gonna say they
Maple
used
sugar
Who hasn't
they-
drinking a little bit on a
they managed
on the
to
job?
look. They managed to make a shroud potion that's like also hard alcohol at the same time.
You'll understand.
It's like the best of both worlds, apparently.
Yeah, but Captain, you're
I mean that.
You just drink a lot.
Yeah, I mean, what else is there to do?
Train.
Spread more
do.
Work.
overly catchy songs
do.
to the local populace until they want to hit you again.
like what?
I was a
do you do?
sailor.
Okay, you're a sailor.
For
Congratulations. What else are
years.
you doing?
I'm actively helping around the ship. You know, I clean, right? My skills don't just
You
go to
call
nothing.
that
I
clean?
sweep.
There are cobwebs in
clean.
the corners of the ship.
What the fucking corners of the ship? Who touches the corners? Do you sit in the corner? That's your own fault if you're touching the corners. Not my fault. Oh, there's plenty of different places. And that's, for all these get the tinier places, they get the bigger shit. When you're back at the academy, I would help them every day.
Well, you're not at the academy, are you? You're here now.
Throw hammer.
I'm also, by the way, half the time putting the ship where it needs to go.
Show me.
You know that me
Well, that was
and
the
the
lieutenant's job.
lieutenant and I work
Back
together. The
here,
lieutenant
guys.
taught me how to
I have
pilot the ship.
something to attend to. Excuse me.
Lieutenant and I end up
Did
talking
you
about it.
learn?
What?
Why did they teach you? Why did they teach you out of everyone?
Because I'm a captain!
He's like the most obvious choice of person to do. They already
I
sail
sailed the ship
other
for
vehicles.
like 40 years.
But that's on water, though.
Don't look a day over 30.
Thank you, I appreciate that. It's the barnacles.
He looks a day over 50 though.
I'm telling you, bathe with barnacles keeps you looking young. However, I haven't bathed in barnacles in a while. I feel my hair growing.
Don't barnacles like grow in your bloodstream?
If you're
Yes.
stupid.
I thought
Maybe I'm
they
just
could
Luna's
like
favorite.
burrow into your bones and such, and that sounds horribly
Maybe
painful.
I'm Luna's favorite.
No.
No.
Oh yeah. Well, who hasn't fucking died of barnacles? So
Everybody in this
A lot of
room.
who took on a few rift beasts on his own, slightly fought against a big one, and still survived up to this point? But who was also a sailor?
Yoral.
Fuck, you got me there.
So Ural hasn't like solo fought one of the big ones. You weren't there the day my ship got torn in two.
Hey, you don't know that. We can ask Yoral himself.
That's a good point. Maybe he is. Well, that's why Ural's my second in command. That's why he's my co-captain.
That's not gonna
If
stop
I were to
fire
ever
now, is it?
die, what?
I'm talking to Ezra.
Oh.
That's not gonna start a fire, is it? You throwing that on the floor?
No, it's burnt out. Besides usually the ground in these kind of places is just like soaked with piss.
Or spilled alcohol.
Yeah, mostly piss.
Or vomit.
Lots of that.
Maybe lots of vomit. It's amazing that they I don't know what they use to get that smell out.
They usually just end up trying to get people too drunk to notice, which ultimately
Well, that
adds
should
to
be an issue.
the
As long as you're not too picky with it.
That's fair.
I'll go
Anyway, I
back to
don't
you
want to talk about this conversation
Here.
very quickly. And anyway,
Take a seat somewhere.
Ezra. So,
Yeah.
I hail from Kulani, your adventurer. Where's the last place you were at before here in Beston?
Last place from here, I was actually in Kalani. I stopped
Oh,
by
you
to
were
see
in
my daughter.
Kulani last place. Oh, that's fair.
I know somebody
How old
who'd be
is she?
interested to talk to you if you haven't met them.
She just turned 19.
She gonna go on the sea too, or
I actually came from there.
you came from Kulani too?
I heard there was work to be found, and so I went towards where the work is.
Do
Seems like you're some bloody place, my friend. No offense.
No hurt?
Hopefully,
Where are you heading?
I was gonna say,
Or
hopefully
did
you
you just
knew
stop?
the
Yeah, really,
condition of
picky
the
now.
rest of the area before picking
Honestly, I
this
heard
place.
the ship was coming in this direction.
I did.
And I wanted to see what was all going on up
Told
here.
me in advance, but
That's fair. You gonna go right back?
I do have family to take care of, so I can't really be too
I
picky.
don't know, honestly.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
Go where the wind take me.
Crack open.
I see you have a
I'll get
weapon.
another-
You get into fights much?
Also,
Not
I'll
as
lay
many-
down a small
not as
bag
many
with
recently,
3 silvers.
since I'm tired. But
You can have one each.
That's good at least. What are you doing that
did
whole
say
adventure?
he wasn't an ex-adventurer, so you know.
No,
what
yeah,
do
I'm
they
curious
do?
about getting
They
into
do tasks like fighting.
Well, I know. Jeez, fuck me for trying to make small talk, Riley. You ever talk to anyone? Fucking.
No.
nah.
You see,
I wish I was
poor,
joking,
poor,
but I'm
poor
not.
Riley's taking a vow of
Yeah.
silence and it's just projecting
Chinese
their
currency,
thoughts
it's
into your
money.
head. They haven't moved their
No
mouth at
eating.
all.
You can keep it, and well, probably get some stuff with
That's
it.
crazy.
Who knows?
They just have very tiny moving lips. No offense, of course.
Yeah,
You know,
I
some people
have
are subtle
very,
speakers.
very tiny moving lips, like
Or just keep
very
it as
small.
a small little metal. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't.
He's actually been the
I often
lizard
don't.
talking this entire time.
Don't. People already made that theory up. It's fine. It's not, trust me.
So are you sure that he's not like secretly a god, right? Like what if he's a Gaia?
To be honest with you,
That's a
I
joke.
don't know at this
Could be
point. He's no.
Bad.
The thing is, we don't know.
I've heard sometimes
We don't
if you
know.
end up eating stuff you're not
He
supposed
could
to.
is-
not, we don't know.
He is just la creature.
How did you find him?
My parents got me in.
So
He's just
they just
a
got you
little-
on. He's a little guy.
Yeah.
Silly
Just a little guy, you know.
He's just a silly little guy.
Yeah, they do that.
He does that a lot, yeah.
Keeps it wet, moist. You know, sometimes I can lick my own eyeball too, but I don't.
Wait, what?
Just like pop it out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I'm joking.
Oh.
Yeah, just midnight snack.
the silver.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Imagine you get like
Well,
weird
vile
crusty
captains.
and shit on the back of it.
Ooh, that'd be gross. For a while I lied and said I put an actual
There was a
real pumpkin in there,
timeline
and people
in which
believed it.
I didn't hear that sentence, and I wish I was in that one right now.
It was insane. They really believed I had a real pumpkin in my eye, and I was like, "Where do you? How am I gonna grow pumpkins this small person?
I'm
I'll
gonna
carve them into jack-o'-lanterns."
I mean, haven't you
Wait,
heard the whole?
Because there's so many new people, I'm gonna go around and start saying that you have a real pumpkin.
You should. It would be really funny,
I
but like a
will- I
real
will.
pumpkin. And then when I show them the pumpkin, they're like, "Oh my god!" And
I
I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I gotta
see.
replace it every night. It gets mushy."
I see you two are doing the age-old game of I'm going to spread misinformation on purpose.
do you?
Yes,
I mean,
it's funny.
Robert did it to me a couple days ago. I get to do the Captain Pumpkin patch now.
Have I told you the story of the serial shitter?
No, please.
Oh, this is a good one.
Enlighten me.
Story time. Story time.
Story time. All right. So, serial shitter. On the first day I was hired by Rose. Well, not first day. First few weeks. We were on our way over
If you
to
do remember,
the school.
recognize them, let me
And
know.
during one of those days, you remember what's her face? Ventus scar on her eye.
Elenia.
That one.
Alea. So on our ship, to use the bathroom, we had a window.
Well, I don't really know them.
That some people could use it to,
but if I do,
get it out of there, right?
See them again now. Make sure
Or
to
just
mention
put it in
it
a
just
bucket and
case.
toss it out, right? So it didn't stink up the fucking place.
Just try to be careful.
And
Okay.
we lied and said that someone clogged the window. And they believed us. So we went around saying there is a serial shitter on board.
Probably don't know what careful.
And my crew started to we were messing around. We thought we were like accusing Solus and everything like that until Alenia spoke up and took the brunt, just so they would we'd stop being jicks about it. So now she has been marked as a serial shitter, and I still have not told her to this day that she is that.
The fuck is that?
Lying.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, it's a special part of the drink. I think they just got a special one, right?
Percy was just he was very curious about the drink, so he just wanted to have a look at it.
What the fuck?
Oh, they are called maple.
Like that, see?
Maple sugar mead, so.
You have been drinking.
Adding to the
That didn't happen.
okay.
The serial shitter though.
Yes.
Still this day does not know that I've lied
You
about
should
the
check
serial
out these
shitter.
drinks in the night times, especially in the full moon. They tend to glow, or at least that's just rumors.
Wait. Really?
They are called maple moon sugar for a reason.
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually.
How do they glow though?
I'm gonna go have a.
All right, serial
Well,
shitters.
apparently,
Serial shitter.
safe travels.
So that was
meeting you.
to this day.
Well, apparently,
Never told them that it was
it's
a
the
lie.
type of ingredient inside the meat itself that has
Oh, I miss my boat.
kind of a
I shouldn't really do
luminescence
that anymore because
through
I'm
a
not a
specific
captain, I'm not
conditions.
a
In this
captain
case,
of the ship
moonlight.
that we're currently using. Can't convince my crew.
Specifically during the full moon.
Small shit.
Is that a
They apparently glow.
Nancy Neck
out of
Weir,
curiosity,
who's a hoot.
is that like a local ingredient or
Hey,
is
get
that
your
like
crew to
procured
lie
from
with
somewhere?
Honestly, I have no idea. Well, I knew.
I mean,
well,
I
from
don't
my
have a
pops,
crew
he told me.
anymore.
Okay.
It's just Rosewood.
He told me about this, so.
So like.
But I'll try to get some more information just in case. I might
gonna
put
say-
a poster up.
No,
and-
not like a
Just-
lie as in lay.
If you end up getting like the exact name of
You don't
that,
need-
I'd be
it's fine.
actually just kind of curious about
No. I mean lie as in
just see
telling
if, for whatever
mistruths.
reason if that stuff grew
I know,
where
we would play these tricks where we had like a
when I'd
passenger
grown
on
up.
board because we were a passenger ship.
So I feel like I remember
We had a
stuff
few
somewhat
rooms.
like that.
We would,
I'm hungry.
we'd create
And that
some
would be really cool if I
outlandish
found
lie
out that
and
this stuff was
try
able
to
to be used
convince
to
them
make a
of it. And it would just be
honestly
some
really
daily
good drink.
shit, such as the serial shitter.
Lengthy
Well,
conversation.
I'll
with
make
the
sure to get
dwarf,
some
and that made
information
me
and
hungry.
hopefully when I see you again, I should have some stories to tell. Anyways, how can I help you?
Porb's natural predator.
Is that the? Is he holding the porb? Was that the porb?
What porb?
What?
There's no porb. What?
Oh, apologies. We just had a really long conversation with it, and I'm kind of combundled. Anyway, can I have some bread?
What the
Are
fuck
you?
is that word?
I've You know what? It sounds like you two are pre-drinking before you even got to the tavern.
No,
having
Listen, we haven't even had access to brewing equipment in months.
Please.
Here you go.
Yeah.
I mean,
it just sounds like you're.
It
It just sounds like you're talking about things that are really wild and like just weird things to talk about in a tavern.
No, what's weird about talking about an evil rock that scares me? I think it's a weird orb.
Why did something to do right now?
It feels like it's compelling me.
Yeah,
to
you
talk
have
about
something
it.
to do, or you have some work to do.
Which one of you are sad?
Okay, sure.
Why did this feel like an information security leak I just watched?
Nah, they're part of the Apertech technician. One's a brewer, you know, the things get up there.
Got it.
They're new anyway. They don't know what
Either
to
that,
talk about.
either that, or somebody did bring some of Rin's stuff. Because I saw her brewing just recently. She might have snuck some of it off the Iron Rose.
Hey, I want one too.
I'm worried that it might be doing stuff
Both from you and Gordon.
I keep telling you, it's like
What about you? Any funny stories from your adventure in times?
Yeah, I imagine I have a couple. There was this one time we were clearing out this this like drainage system, like sewers, but it was just for like if like the city ever flooded kind of thing, so you could like walk through them. This was down in Flint's. So my and my team were like going through clearing it out because apparently some workers had gone missing, and there was this like really weird monster. It was very humanoid, but its skin was like glossy black. It had eyes that just like were like not there, almost like whited out, grayed out. It had like this like two weird long tentacles coming out of the bottom of its chin, and just mouth like a razor maw, and it had this what looked like a big screw just like jammed into its forehead, like oversized thing, just right in there.
Was that? That doesn't even sound natural at that point.
It was like, etched with some arcane writing. I couldn't make heads or tails of it at the time. So it was just there, just scratching at the side of the tunnel, and we're like trying to talk to it. It makes this ungodly screech at us, and like comes at us. So we end up taking it down after a fight, but it gets a hold of one of my party members and just jams the like weird tentacle things into his chest, like it's trying to like suck out of him, right? Like it's like a fucking giant like gross mosquito.
Yeah.
Turns out that's not what happened to him. So after we killed the thing, we reported it, gave the body to the crown, and just fucking went on with our lives for maybe a month and a half.
Where did you find that feather?
Then poor Roger, right? Starts getting terrible stomach aches. Just sick as a dog.
Wait.
Because apparently...
Oh, I think...
No, don't say anything. No, don't tell it.
Man was pregnant.
Oh!
I hate that I realized where this was going.
Did he name them afterwards?
Oh no, we had our doc cut that fucking thing out of him, and it was like this like it wasn't even like humanoid. It was almost more like crab. So basically,
catharsis or something, where like everything like takes a crab form because like the most elite form of evolution or some shit.
I have no
best
idea.
gift.
It was just this gross little.
That.
So yeah,
yikes.
my old best friend Roger got pregnant. Yeah, he was never the same after that. He retired like years before I did.
I mean,
that really
was it a
fucked
boy
him
or a
up.
girl?
Roger? Or you mean the crab?
The baby. I was thinking of the kid.
Oh, I don't know. We fucking slammed that thing up against a tree in a panic.
Flaring around like a wet sack of potatoes. Like
sounds
fucking-
sounds
yeah.
about right.
Yeah.
That said,
we didn't realize he was pregnant like before we cut him open. It was like, you have like a weird growth in there. I think you have like a big tumor, and like it's big enough that like it might like burst and like fuck you up from the inside. So I'm gonna like excise it. And we were like pretty far out in the woods, hunting like some bandits or something. I can't remember who they were. But you know, cuts him open after giving him some stuff for the pain. Reaches in, and then this fucking thing just grabs Doc by the wrist, and he like whips it out and screams and just whacks it up against a tree a couple times. Just nasty.
Why did he live?
Nasty.
Can't believe he's pregnant.
Yeah.
Congratulations
So-
to him.
Did you consistently work with the same people then, from the sounds of it?
Yeah, I mean, people came and went from the group, but just mostly the same 3 people with, you know, 2 floaters.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes, right? You get some temporary crew, and you have
Say
your
where'd
permanents that
the
wanna stick
others
around.
end up if they all went their separate ways?
You your bully boys, right?
Ugh. I don't know. I don't know what happened to Zeke. I haven't heard from him in at least a decade, which doesn't spell anything good.
Maybe he's pregnant.
Nah, he's probably dead. Death, last I heard, was over in Fevira. But again, I haven't heard anything from her for about a year or 2.
Okay. Ferrari. Stacker, please.
So do you still talk to Robert? Or where's his name? Roger. Roger. Sorry. Robert. We have a fella named Robert.
Go ahead and give them.
Nah, me and Roger were never like super close.
Yeah.
Should be in the back.
Oh, alright.
And then I had to show
You
them
like
how
live
to
near
talk
him?
to
We like-
someone else, and I
we
just
like-
sit here, I come back, and it's
Hmm?
gone. And I want to finish my
Like, how often do you speak to him?
Yeah, that happens.
I haven't talked to Roger in maybe 15 years.
Oh, shit.
My uncle taught
Yeah.
me good manners, and so did my.
We worked well together while I was still like, you know, working. But again, like he retired before I did.
Active with everything.
Stacker, please bring me a cup
I'm
of
42.
normal water, please.
42. Doing this for a while too.
I guess it's a good thing to mention this before. I'm coming up with something new. Apparently the Ferrari's called the apple.
Also, if you don't mind me asking,
I might change
what's
names, who knows,
what's the
but
scar?
It's something non-alcoholic.
Oh, sword wound.
What they call it.
Sword? That's a sword?
Like the liquid instead of an apple.
Yep, it was rusty piece of shit that did it.
Don't we do something
A
like
rusty,
that?
bandits.
rusty sword did that to you.
You're thinking
Yeah.
of distillery.
It was very rippy.
Perfect. It looks like
It-
fucking lightning.
Oh no, I'm pretty good when it comes to lightning.
We're low on
Oh, I assume you have magic.
Can I help you two with something?
Yeah.
We all.
No, I only learned magic
You know, the
recently.
are,
In like the past year. I only learned the lesser infusion shit so I can fight against the Rift Beast, but I had no use for it on the sea. Everything that we took care of was either through sword or talking.
Yeah, of course. Here is a.
I mean, Red Robin, he had an Aethertech rifle,
Moon sugar mead.
but that was it.
Have a little luminescent glow to it.
Besides it, no magic.
Something with the ingredients.
Well, I
causes
mean,
it to glow.
still, magic's hard. Takes a lot of time to get anywhere with it.
You wanna come help me?
I mean, I was through, Lothario helped me out, but it gave me some books to read, and read it helped me, but I was able to learn the infusion pretty easily. You know, blood, wills and shit. Besides that, I didn't really have any use for it, so I just stick with that and
Okay.
go with my
Gotcha.
my actual skills. Besides that.
The mead should be in the top barrel.
So, not exactly a mage then, but more Enchanter?
No, we can go and get it.
I guess if you enchant one thing, if you count that, I'm just a fighter. I guess I'm a sailor.
I'd count it.
I was gonna say there's a number of most everybody has a similar method to at least enacting that kind of spell, so that even if they're not as gifted with magic, they
Didn't you teach a few of the Norandelian soldiers? Like,
I was gonna say, I mean, at this point, people just kind of start getting to the point of putting like the actual like inscription runes onto the blade itself, just so it's easier to cast more rapidly.
Don't know if you recognize the name, but we own quite a few pubs. Currently,
probably do it.
Did they finish or they want more?
Probably do this one, but I don't want to touch this one.
You know what?
No, this one I just got from a pirate, so I don't really care too much about it. So
no, should be the bottom right barrel.
Extra weapon than extra weapon though.
As long as it works.
This one right there.
That'd be more good for fighting people. That there, that's a monster killer.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've killed a few pirates with this.
Speaking of, where did you get that from?
Got it from an old captain, my old captain, and then I just got it changed up, visited a blacksmith when we had some extra gold, and had it tidied up. The only thing I really kept from it was, I kept the relative shape, I kept the crystals in it that it came with, and had a lot of other things added onto it.
It's definitely not what I'd call a traditional weapon, given that thing is taller than half the initiative members.
More you know.
But it's cut men in half. So, well, not really. More cleaves them, but I've never cut them out. But you know, when a pirate tried to,
hopefully you never have to
run into pirates and bandits. I mean, I have before.
I mean, is the term rich like? I don't know if the term rich is correct, but they do look very like.
I mean, like I said, I was a sailor on the sea for years. I've had plenty of pirates try to come over and try to take my shit.
I mean, I'm well aware we've had some of those problems, like just with those rogue people that bothered us back at the island.
Yeah, those pirates, yeah.
Yeah.
Pirates, scum, always.
That I never really had to deal much with pirates myself.
Really, an adventurer? Well, I mean, you dealt with bandits. I guess you're not really on sea. I guess you're more on land. So you're more bandits and I'm more pirates.
Honestly, most of the jobs were just like bodyguarding.
Yeah,
some monster hunting here and there, bandits causing problems. Mostly, it's bodyguard work as an adventurer.
I imagine you did the majority of your work prior to the Rifts opening, given the background history. Did you?
I mean, yeah.
Were you one of the ones that continued a bit after the fact? Or was that kind of?
I was actually retired before the Rifts.
Yeah. So I imagine
Have you had
probably.
fighter rift base at all?
Like 3 of them.
Really? Which ones? What do they look like?
One of them was like this little guy, probably about my size. It was almost like, how do I explain it? It was like shaped like a big, like bean almost. And it had like these long, thin arms with like lots of little claws.
You finished that? We have like 2 of them.
I remember that one.
After a while, they all start blending together.
You fight any of the little dogs?
I fought some one K9.
They're fucking bitey. Fucking hate those ones. You fight the birds? Fuck the birds. The birds did this to me.
I personally have not been fond of those ones that walk up and practically explode on you.
Might as well get started with the
little, the ones that almost look like just floating.
On me, at least take me out to dinner first.
They look like floating eyes, and then they just start sparking, and then just boom.
Oh, the heads!
Yeah.
Fucking. There's like the heads one that fucking they come floating and hurts like hell.
And the most annoying part is, after they do that, they don't even have the decency to just die after they blow up. They can just do it again.
Yep. There's a bunch of, have you seen the princesses? That's what we call them. Big old giant lizards.
I was gonna say,
no, can't
they are taller than this building.
No, I can safely say I haven't fought any rift beasts taller than you.
That's good at least.
Same one. Now reach from the top
I
and
assume
squeeze.
you're getting ready to go from the way you stood. You heading back to your ship?
No, it's just hurt my back. And again, I don't know shit.
Oh, sorry. Back to the ship you were on.
Perfect.
No. I mean, if I just got here,
let's test it out.
Not gonna be
Okay,
here
so
for
fill
10
this up.
minutes and then.
Why did you move from Kalani? Like, why did you start, like, leaving? Because you said you stopped adventuring, you retired. And then you were at Kulani, and now you're not at Kulani. What has you moving? I know you.
Taste test, shall we?
It's, bad breakup with my wife.
Oh, that's what. I
which
thought you
is
meant
pretty
your wife.
rough. Yeah.
What got you into it?
Start
Sorry.
No.
That's fair.
Yeah.
How is it?
I'm sorry to hear about that. Oh, wives.
Nice.
You know, this kind of thing
no,
happens.
that's good.
Yes.
Let's keep this one here.
How long were you married for?
Like 6 years.
Not too bad, at least. But I understand still. Time is
Started
time.
with that. I'd say we can mass produce it probably around dinner time or lunchtime.
Well, you're a free man.
Later on tonight.
Do what you want, and I guess are you back in the adventuring business now because of that, or are you just traveling to just travel?
Traveling to travel, honestly. I figure any kind of adventure nowadays would put me back on the front line. And,
yeah,
it's not really interesting me.
I'd probably say it'd be very likely, especially if anybody with a knack for magic is, very, sought after these days. Especially if they have any familiarity of a weapon.
How can I help you?
Yeah,
I'm all
I'm
right,
not sure,
Of course.
I'm up for
Hi, Keket.
that kind of thing without, like, a good team.
Hello.
That's fair. I kind of want to go back to being a merchant. Tradesman.
Well, you want to go find your friends?
I mean, it was easier on the ship.
I'll stay here.
Not having to fucking fight
If I need
monsters.
any help,
basically
then I'll
every
reach
day.
out.
Just had to deal with pirates every now and
A
then.
good one.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
occasional,
hopefully there's a chance. Sooner or later.
Maybe. I got no gold enough for a ship, at least. I got no crew either.
Yeah.
I'll find one.
Good to keep hope up.
I don't know.
No,
Being able to
yeah,
say that
I've,
you're an airship captain just has a cool ring to it.
I mean, if half the other students respected that, yeah. I mean, I tell them all the time I'm a captain. Are you really a captain without a ship? Yes. That doesn't
Okay,
just
well,
erase all of the captaincy that
for
I,
what
you
it's
know,
for
did
what
for
it's
my
worth,
career.
I respect you. At least I hope you
I appreciate
get
it,
that
man.
impression.
At least you're not like Luca or Lucia, who reminds me of my ship fucking getting broken into by a rift beast.
Yeah, because you had so
Fucking the
much
other day,
control
yeah.
over that.
Yes, it's not like I fought tooth and nail to try to protect it.
Damn. That
There's like
sounds
5 of those fucking dogs.
pretty
That
cool.
one fucking. You know, some are assholes, but they're all their own people, right? Just because you work with them doesn't mean you have to like them, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I took him. If anyone asks when he was gone, I actually took
Honestly,
him out
you get into any kind of group with a bunch of strong-willed, like adventurer types or warrior types.
No,
I
didn't.
Especially
He's
from
always
widely
been
different
with
backgrounds.
something, and so he actually helped me.
Yeah. I mean, from
I'm very grateful
thieves
for
to,
helping me. He helped
you
me,
know,
so that's
killers
amazing.
to just scholars, you know, fucking prodigies to fucking orphans, dude, all
But
over
the fact that we
fucking
have
place.
people from like every corner of Astrea in this group, I'm surprised there are not as many people at each other's throats sometimes, just from people unintentionally or intentionally pissing each other off.
Yeah.
Well, because they have, you know, the professors that keep them in check, you know? When, I mean, I know the lieutenant doesn't let that shit stand, but when Malik was still around, he wouldn't either. He's very good. Well, you know, then you have, like, Actaris to keep people in check, if people, you know... Remember that time when Vesper... Nah, never mind. But, people do shit, and, you know...
Oh, don't
reprimand
worry. You only had to say that, and I know exactly where you're going with that.
Are you okay?
Basically,
I mean,
there's a story there.
I mean, I still remember. I just remember Actaris shooting lightning at Murtesh because he got told to catch lightning in a bottle, and he wanted to show him how stupid that was.
That was me, by the way.
You were the one who told him to do. Oh my.
Okay, so are you okay?
Okay, I will say, I would love to test sometime to see if you could catch natural lightning in a bottle, just to fuck around and find out. You know, it's.
I would just say, just know that I will just tell you, if you tell if you suggest things like that to Murtesh, he will do that.
I get hit with lightning fairly often, yes.
But like real lightning, not just the magic. I mean like actual lightning in the clouds. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Is what if it's? I thought because since Actaris did it with magic lightning, it's different. What if it's from the natural lightning, gifts from the gods? Maybe you can catch in the bottle.
You sound like it's organic. It's homegrown lightning. It's better than the magical stuff.
Exactly. It's God's given lightning, not fucking magic lightning.
It's honestly pretty much the same thing.
Maybe.
Matter or energy transmuted directly from mana is indistinguishable from
lightning is
natural
producing
sources.
the conditions to produce lightning. It's not just generating
just
lightning
hear me
out
out.
of nowhere.
A gift from God. I don't know. Maybe I'll get blessed one day. I mean, Luna's been blessing me since the day I was born.
A girl with short hair. She had like this kind of.
I bless you, child.
You're not a god.
That you
as
know
far
of.
as you know. Yeah, you
Are
don't
you
know.
here to help us, Almighty God? Are you Festus, Gaia, or are you Luna given form?
You've caught me.
Luna wears a dress.
The muse.
The muse?
He's all of the muses at the same time.
All of the muses at the same time. You know what? I believe it. I believe it. You know, I should just start telling people I'm a gift from Luna and see if they believe it.
Do you want people to respect you or not?
I mean, who's saying you aren't? Legitimately, who's saying you aren't?
No, like, I don't mean that to be rude. It's just
your
like
entire life at sea, you're, obviously skilled at your work. If you follow Luna and you have faith in her strength, then I don't see any difference that you're not.
That's a good point. Funny, crazy thing. I was mentioning it, we were talking about it earlier. You know, I pray to Luna like every day, and it's just curious what people get their strengths from. Surprised to hear that Emma didn't believe in the gods. I was like, I mean, we know they're there. It was just... Wait for
it may be less it's like a belief that they exist, but belief that they
oh no, yeah, believing in their strength.
People here no break, Drow.
Because there are plenty of people that I imagine sit there thinking, if the gods are as powerful as people say, why don't they do anything about the state of the world? And no one can really say anything because it's not like they could. It's not like people can just go walk up and ask them, "Hey, everything good over there?" and get an answer.
I like to think that the gods are tangible beings, you know. You know how the primes had some intense strength? Shit like that, you know? Something like that, but even stronger. I like to think there's a limit to everyone's power, and they would help what they could. I mean, you see the moon right now. Luna's probably getting her ass beat up there, and she's probably beating ass back. She's busy. And that's fair, and that's why I'll still pray to her. I mean, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be a sailor.
Still worries
If
me.
there were no sea, there would be no job.
Just you mentioned it, it still worries me every day how looking up there it looks like you can just see more crack
If you
all
want,
over the surface.
you and
of
your companions can.
I'm sure she'll be okay, and if not,
Here,
we'll
let me
try to
put
help
this
her.
up real quick.
I like to imagine. Hear me out. You know how there was You know how when we're usually out in sea, we never really run into rift beasts. At least that's what my experience was. I know there's some of like a very Leviathan class somewhere swimming through the sea. I like to think that the reason why the sea's so protected is because Luna's the one making sure they stay
We have
calm.
about a minute.
I mean, you know there's beasts
If
in
you
the
wanna
sea
do
that
a
we have
quick
nothing to
round
know about, and you know that Luna sure as
wiping the
hell
table.
fucking control them.
I was gonna say,
Fuck, could she send those
have
monsters
fun
after
on
the
break?
other ones?
Nobody's crazy
She's
enough to
beating
try
ass
to
right
go
now.
down
People
there
is
and
gonna
look
come
around, see what they can
at desire,
find.
so. Oh, you guys can keep these cups.
You get crushed.
To play with.
I mean, we have airships in the world. Someone's probably tried thinking of making a ship that can go under the water.
Table.
I mean, I know there's like diving bells.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's mostly just.
That shit's scary though.
Up, straight, and down.
I haven't been that deep in the water. I mean, I'm used to cold waters and stuff like that, and shit.
Same.
I've been in the water, of course. I'm a sailor, but
I mean,
I never thought about it. You look down there and it gets dark.
Once you're done,
scary. Luna clearly made it like that for a reason, you know.
I mean, enough water breathing
people
potions
ended
could
up
probably
being
get down
outside.
pretty
You
deep.
can bring those in too.
Yeah, I mean, that would only help you breathe. It wouldn't help you deal with the pressure. You would need something else
Exactly.
to deal with that.
Pressure potions.
Yeah, I mean, nothing that a significant amount of alchemy could fix.
I mean, I'm sure if there was an extra use for that beyond that, someone would probably come up with it. But if you said, I want it so I can go diving into the ocean, they'd probably just look at you like, fucking what?
No, there's a legitimate reason. Sunken ships. I hear plenty of stories of people losing plenty of things to the sea. Could solve a lot of mysteries or
fair.
Save a lot of, you know,
Thank
you save a lot of lost history. I mean, how
Me.
much do you think of
Call me. You can bring
Astrea
that
is
over
lost to sea? Some history, maps, fucking anything.
Centuries,
People.
probably.
Where's the
Yeah.
cup?
Probably a lot hidden away down there.
Thank you.
Yeah. No idea of knowing
I would-
because no one's tried. At least no one that's tried and come back to report any success.
Yeah. We've went to the highest of mountain peaks, but we barely explored the trenches of the sea.
Yeah.
There's more beauty to Luna's design, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't fucking want to go down there.
You guys have a break.
Me neither.
It's
man.
kind of fun.
Rather stay afloat to the
Yeah.
sea instead of below it.
I am perfectly fine with my depths of exploring the waters of the land to just something akin to a lake, not an entire ocean. The lake back home was
Have you ever
beautiful.
dipped your toes in an ocean before? Then?
Yes.
It's fun, you know. Sometimes we would stop the ship for a bit and, you know, chill out and we'd do some swimming in the sea. You know, just to
Granted,
relax, play around.
the only time I had ever really been super close to the ocean was, well, while I was on the sea sailing over to the island, and then, of course, being on the island itself. And while I was there, it was mostly winter. And it's not quite as pleasant
Water
when
was
it's
fucking
ice
freezing.
cold.
Yeah,
And you just dip your foot
Cold.
into it and you feel like you're, like,
I
instantly
remember
numb.
diving into the icy cold waters to save a Ferrari because one fucking fell off the port. And
I dove
dived in to
into
help
it
him.
also, but for a completely different reason. It was a questionable decision at the time, but it was mostly needing something to just kind of shock myself.
That's one way to fucking do it. You know, good old slap helps sometimes too.
Yeah, there was no one nearby to slap, so
Well,
Here you
not
go.
you slapping someone slapping you.
This is our newest invention. Apple water. I might change the name later on.
Okay.
But
I thought I was like, I'm being experimented on. Awesome.
here you go.
Apple water.
Yeah, we use fresh picked apples, and you squeeze them into I suppose a juice. It's something that's non-alcoholic for
So,
people that are
if it's-
lightweights or.
If you're taking apples and squeezing the juice out, why wouldn't you just call it apple juice?
That is brilliant. I gotta write this down. Change
swear-
apple water to apple juice.
Because I mean, it comes off. If you say apple water, it sounds like water with the idea of apple
I thought I
introduced to
invented
it.
moonshine one time, and then I realized I didn't. So, you know
Hey,
what?
Luca.
How you doing, Yang?
You're doing all right. By the way,
I honestly, on my years to see, I never knew
invented,
moonshine existed.
Apple. What?
And
it's not called
one
apple
day
water
I made
anymore.
something like
Apple
it,
juice.
called it moonshine and everything.
freshly
'cause
made
it glimmered
apples
in the
and-
night, it looked nice, so I called it moonshine.
drink for
And then when I
non-alcoholic
showed
people.
it, they were like, "Yeah, moonshine already exists." I'm like,
All
"What?"
right.
Oh fuck.
Good to
How
hear.
can I help you?
Spending most of the time isolated on the open waters of
It's
the
a rum.
world. And,
At least.
yeah.
You two want a drink or?
Well, there's no hiding that one. All right. I was trying to keep it more or less a secret because I felt like it wasn't your problem to deal with, but you know, the
Yeah.
orcs. They're
Place the
around
payment
us.
on the
follow
table
us.
whenever
Speak to these now, or are we like still?
I mean,
Why
they're
are they
here.
both
It's
here?
not like we can just pretend that they're not
I don't
there.
know.
Hello, you two. Oh.
Are you doing well? Oh, now you're both
Is that evil?
purple.
Is that bad?
We don't know if they're evil.
They're sinking.
Would you like?
Are
a,
you doing well
complimentary-
today?
Sure.
No drink?
Yes, they're doing very well.
So
Was Blue yes to drink? Blue is positive.
Blue-
ain't
no,
it?
no,
I don't
But
know.
Yes.
if you're into some stronger
Did you
stuff,
already speak
You drink?
to
All
Angie?
right, they want
looking for-
drinks.
Have you spoken to him anymore?
liquor.
No, I'm all right.
Of
Well,
course.
Oh, more the way to see me.
What's
I guess quick crash course on this right here. One, the color changing is
better question.
some semblance of trying to answer yes or no to questions.
what does pink mean?
Pink is
Or
no.
a different question.
Thanks.
Blue is
Are
yes
you
for these ones.
two separate entities?
Should.
is that? Oh, is it just?
That's what it is.
Yes.
Firebrand Ale.
They've been following us
No.
since we've been in Norndell.
That one said yes. That one did a different answer.
We're
That one
still
said no.
trying
I'm
to
pretty
figure
sure
out
it's
why.
Are these like
Sounds like a god thing.
fair?
Does one of you tell a truth and the other one of you tell a lie?
Honestly, are not sure what they are at this point.
Yes.
Blue, that's no.
Pink, I don't know. Yes, that thing said yes. I think this is a tell a truth, tell a lie situation.
Well then, well
Wait, I
see,
just threw that out of my
well,
ass.
see,
Everyone's-
the solution is you ask a question and say, what would the other one tell me?
No, you ask which one is in the cup. Are you in a cup?
Yes, this one tells the truth.
Is
Are
that-
you in a cup?
Is the other one in a cup?
What does the pink mean? I thought pink.
Pink is no.
No, normally. Blue is blue is
It doesn't
red.
look like pink is no.
Okay.
No. Did they ever go red?
Are you on the table?
Well, pinkish red.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Get me.
Yes.
Okay.
So they both are telling the truth.
That one
Did they
went
ever
no.
go red?
I just was. I
Red,
thought.
red.
I'm just wanting to know why the other one
It's not
turned
bad.
purple.
Lame.
These guys were outside. They were just outside with us.
Yeah,
I'm
and
talking to them.
well,
Oh,
what?
they're floating now.
One
it's
of
floating.
one of them
Would you like to
got
talk
into
to
my
us?
drink.
Oh, whoa. Stay away from
I
him. He's
recommended
just a
that you
visitor.
don't touch him.
Yeah.
Leave him out of that, please.
No, don't.
That's all right.
They're not harmful that we know of. They've just been following us.
I found yelling "fuck off" really loudly makes them go away pretty quickly. So if they do that again, feel free just to scream at them. That works every time for me.
One of them was in my drink, and I'm like somewhat afraid to drink it because I was like, what if they infused it with something?
I wouldn't drink that anymore. That's
I mean, the big guy is kind of doing.
I'm gonna go take a look for them. I'll try to find them. It was
Well,
nice talking, Ezra.
let us know if you feel infused with the power of this. Yeah, but they seem to be made.
Sat in the thing.
Oh yeah, actually, I just realized.
See you around.
James or something.
Ezra.
Maybe like magic gems, like whether they're infect you or some shit. I don't know, like magic.
Sorry, you got introduced to the weirdness that comes around being near us.
All right, well.
At least they're gone, right?
That's definitely
Oh,
Definitely some
sorry,
weird
I
shit.
didn't get a chance to introduce myself to you. I'm Solus. Nice to meet you. You're
Ezra.
New?
Your next adventure.
Oh, sweet. It's adventure, huh? You been in a lot of adventures and stuff?
Yeah.
We were exchanging stories in here for a while. You should tell them about the one about your friend with the crab.
It's
Huh?
It's a pretty rough story.
He'll love it, I'm sure.
I will.
Alright, well, you want to hear a fucked up story? Adventuring?
Sure, I guess. I mean, being an adventurer sounds pretty cool. Sounds like something
Headbook's been updated. Fuck off.
Alright,
I mean, honestly, adventuring is...
Welcome to leave you alone.
I don't know what I want.
Did something happen during our talk? Well, after our talk?
Other than Emma and Kiki leaving?
Wasn't both leaving?
Gone already.
What?
On the boat.
Did you not know?
Shit. No, I didn't fucking know.
I thought you. I could have sworn I saw you over there. I'm sorry if I had known that you.
No,
didn't
I
know.
wasn't over there at all. I didn't even know.
Yeah, I don't even actually know the context for why they were leaving in the first place, but yeah, the two of them just. Which is why I was saying to people, it seems like every time we get someone new, it seems like someone leaves in their place, so. Endless loop. Not even the same anymore.
How's that?
Hi. Just by the way, the whole orb stuff is not really something widely known to people outside the initiative. So if there are like random people nearby, don't just walk into the room talking and asking about it to people that aren't clearly with us, like part of us.
I
What about the rock?
I told him about that already.
The rock.
What about the
explain.
evil rock?
Evil.
Are we allowed to talk about the evil rock? It's easier to show you.
Yeah, I would like to
People
see.
are always like, "Oh, there's no evil rock, Orion. There's no evil rock," and then I show them and like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's terrifying." And
Yeah.
what?
Yes, please let me see this rock, because I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
There are parts of this rock where if you touch it, it eats your hand.
Oh, well. I guess this hand's already bandaged up, so I might as well be able to, touch it, and, maybe I can have
Okay,
that.
be careful. The grass is tall and they get lost.
Don't worry, I'm right behind you.
That's wrong. And that one's evil too, but... Okay.
Okay, this one right
This
here.
rock right here.
Yeah, so, what am
Yeah,
I...
and watch. Eating my hand. Put your hand close. Yeah? Put your face close. Look into it. look close into it. I told you it's evil.
You know what? This is okay.
I slept next to this thing for 3 weeks.
This is okay. You can talk about this. The orbs, maybe. But just
That's okay.
So this seems to be localized entirely to this area. This thing is creepy and weird. Maybe it's some kind of weird mineral.
It's only this rock and that
but
rock.
I guess just so.
But the geologist didn't know what it was about.
But yeah, just I guess so. Even if you hadn't really said anything, just to let you know this situation, the two of them literally showed up, like, literally just right on the table behind us in full view right afterwards. Or, well, not right afterwards, a little bit later. And at that point, it was kind of just like us, like, well, we can't really pretend this didn't happen, so, and then...
Wait, both of the orbs at the same time?
Yeah, well, okay, it started out, one was purple.
We tried it with the purple one.
Okay, well, one was purple, one was gold, but then the gold turned purple, so there were 2 purple, and then one of them floated up towards that Ezra guy, and then the other one just kind of floated off, but they both dissipated. However, Ezra's just kind of looking at us like,
I really
what the
don't
fuck
like
is...
the implications that...
Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah. If you can avoid it, try to divert attention from people that don't know about them away from it. If they're like lurking nearby, like lurking up like in a tree on a branch, just like looking down at you or something, like one of them was doing earlier. Just kind of like look up and just be like, yeah, I see you, but don't be like, look guys, it's the orb.
Yeah. I already told her.
If it helps,
so.
It's
if
pretty
it
much.
helps, we talked to it and we could learn some stuff, a little bit.
Just don't tell. Just don't tell any random people.
Do you?
Yeah, I was gonna tell you because I don't know if Amber's told any other important people.
I was gonna say, do you mind?
Well, I learned.
So disclosure about my knowledge about it. I don't know if people told you about how some people have like visited with them in dreams and whatnot. Should I just say, have they done that? Have they told you that they can visit you in dreams? Okay.
No, I don't remember seeing any in my dreams.
Okay,
just that rock.
The nightmares, or
the rock's been giving me nightmares.
Dreams with strange meaning to it. Some are nightmares, some are not. Depends on which one it is, and also, one could argue it's like a matter of perspective. That's a whole different rabbit hole. Long story short, they seem to have some ability to influence the dreams of people that they wish to communicate with or otherwise try to show something. I have had a dream with the golden one and have seen a form that it actually tries to manifest in that situation. With that in mind, what did you ask it? Or ask the orbs? I'm guessing in this case you said the purple, yes?
I asked it... Yeah, the purple one. We asked them a bunch of stuff. The ones I remember is that we asked it if it was related to the evil rock. It said no, I think.
No.
It said pink or red or whatever color that was.
Pink
we
is...
asked if the Ferrari were there.
With purple, pink is no, blue is yes.
Okay, okay, so we did get that right. But we asked it if the Ferrari were its natural predator, because I heard that a Ferrari ate one, and it said no. Which is bad, because I was going to try and get a Ferrari to, like, stand around me to scare them off.
Here's the thing. One did actually try to, quote, eat it, but they have actually, like, physically gone into people's bodies, and it has had some, if that happens, it can have effects on people, depending on, what's been going on, but there have been... The running thing is, unless you know what you're doing...
Hands numb.
Yeah, unless you know what you're doing, don't let it, like, go into your body. You can be near it, you could even, like, almost, like, come close to touching it, but unless you are ready to, because the thing is, it can potentially have, well, theoretically irreversible effects. I mean, even the golden one does that.
I don't
That's
like
where
that.
this came from. It's also why one of my eyes
Does
is
it hurt?
stuck. No, actually, it's actually a really pleasant feeling. This hand feels nice nearby other sources to divine. I don't know what that means yet. I've been still trying to figure it out, but it seems like it gets drawn to it. And that only started happening after meeting it in the dream and them handing me a flower and it melted into my hand.
So you're a magnet.
I don't know if that's the right term for it or not. I wouldn't... Like, being drawn to something isn't like being magnetically attracted to something. It's like it wants to do something whenever it's around other sources of it.
Let's hope it's a good thing at least.
Probably.
I have another question, actually.
Okay.
Wayne had an idea, but I don't think it'll work. And I don't think Tyrion thought it would work either. But he thinks that if we... Alright, so it's made out of mana, right?
That's the running theory, is that it's some sort of coalescence of some kind of mana. That, I will say, just to... there was a time when people were a bit more explorative with their interactions with them. And one of the orbs, if you channeled particular mana near it, it would change colors similar to the mana that you were channeling near it, but it would usually go back to the color that it was, unless you did divine, or if you had the ability, the opposite, and it would flip colors and then stay that way. But the other ones it resonates with, so it seems to be some sort of embodiment of mana, but it might potentially be able to be, what's the word, like, unaspected. But that one of them takes precedence and resonates, and that's what you see it as.
I'm asking because Wayne, he had an idea of
Okay.
trapping it in a battery and forcibly siphoning the mana from it by like channeling mana into it to lock it into place so that it couldn't escape.
That's...
He thinks that would like distract it or something, and then stealing excess mana. I thought it wouldn't work. It looks like it can just phase out of reality.
I'm not saying that the idea doesn't have a potential basis for feasibility. However, my bigger worry is I feel like that would have potentially far dire consequences than I think anybody would be able to begin to anticipate, given that the amount of information about what each one is very limited, and a lot of people hold different pieces, and I don't think all those pieces have come together because they don't know that they are separate pieces that could draw a bigger picture, and some are more willing and or less willing to talk about it than others. I am kind of feel like I'm stuck in the middle between the two of them as far as like trying to figure things out about them. And I don't really want to go into the long nitty-gritty details of why, but I have questions for both of them that have to deal with personal complications that I think could have something to do with them. I mean, physical scarring aside.
Understandable.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence about it too. So on one hand, I'd love to learn more about them because they seem really useful, but on the other hand, they scared ever living daylights out of me.
Well, so we're not just standing on like really tall grass looking really strange. The best advice
I don't want to be near this thing. I keep turning around.
The best advice I can give you is that, in spite of how it is, if you truly do not wish to, if like their presence is otherwise bothering you, or you don't feel like you should or want to be interacting with them. I found that, surprisingly, if you are direct with your intentions with them, that they are, despite being these mysterious, very potentially powerful entities of some kind, given that they can influence dreams and whatnot, that they will actually respect your wishes. Whether or not that's a good thing is another factor altogether, but if the best solution I can say is that if you express your own wishes and desires, they seem to be more willing to reflect that. It's just the people that kind of stand there and like hem and haw over things that they might try to do something to facilitate a better conversation, or whatever the term may be. At least that's how I look at it.
Yeah, that's why it goes into your dreams, so it can force you to talk to it properly.
Well, I was going to say, honestly, that's the big thing, is that at least in the ones where like groups of people had those dreams, they actually were physically able to speak with them beyond just yes or no questions. Like, there were full-blown conversations, people got at least a name. Whether or not it's their only name or just one of many identities is another factor. But there is also the concerns that, at least in the past, the purple ones' dreams have resulted in some unfortunate things happening to the people that had them. Namely, just the fact that if you went to sleep one place, you would not be waking up where you thought you were. Because I can recount 2 separate experiences from Purple Orb, where one of them I woke up literally 1 foot already off of a bridge falling into a river, and the other one was on top of a building. Like, that kind of building. Where we had to get one of our...
Seems definitely dangerous.
Where we had... Yeah, because we had to get one of a professor who was able to fly to come up and help us get down from it so that we didn't, like, injure ourselves falling off of it.
Hey, Céline.
Hey. So.
Oh, good. I had a question for you about the orbs.
Okay. I don't know if I'm,
Yeah.
like, suddenly the authority on the orbs, but I can certainly try to answer what I can based on my understanding of them.
The orb authority.
I didn't want to, like, overtake this conversation
Oh,
for
no.
it.
This conversation has been going on for, like, at least 10-15 minutes, so
For too long, got
it's
it.
You're free to...
I wasn't
Do you know how to,
gonna
like,
say that.
Summon one?
What's up?
I don't know what the best answer to that is, because I've tried, but they also seem... I don't want to say, because I don't really know if it's true or not. I feel like they seem to like to follow me around, especially. Like that's the best way I can put it. Also, hi, I saw you earlier and I never caught your name.
Yes, hello. Amber Tack. Pleasure to meet you.
Amber. Oh, okay. That's why I was getting confused, because I was like, I didn't see Amber around today when people were saying that Amber said something.
She's smart with rocks.
Have you seen The Rock?
The Rock.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, they're using the rock. It's
No, don't listen
it's
to him.
very interesting.
Go show them. Go show them.
It's evil.
Go show them the evil rock. Just get it over with. Get it out of your system.
I want to see that again.
I don't like that rock.
They showed it to me
The
too.
fact that it eats your hand.
They showed me too.
We're getting a drink.
Yeah. And then they proceed to ask me, well, a lot about our resident spherical-shaped visitors.
I still haven't seen a single one of them. I've heard everyone mention Porb, and that's all I understand.
Yeah. There's Porb and there's Gorb. We haven't seen any others.
Ah.
They call them, it's just, that's not what their actual names are, it's just, you know, somebody came up with the idea, and it's just kind of stuck.
They're probably fake, so what's their names? if they're following around. Wait, they're not allowed to give names.
Well,
are they?
they gave identities to some people.
Ah.
Whether or not it's a true name is another factor. But some people said that the purple one will respond to the name Shoff, and the golden one, some people have called it Alea.
Isn't that the one that was... Either way, nice to know. I'll try and be nice to him if I see him.
Yeah, generally, I was going to say, even though a lot of people are scared of the purple one, best course of action is treating it respectfully and not treating it like it's a imminent danger that's trying to seek to hurt you.
I mean, it's a fate, isn't it?
We don't know. That's the thing. Like, it's unclear. It's unclear what they are, other than the fact that they're at least something that is able to influence the dreams of those around it.
Interesting.
Yeah, the people that have heard their names, since they don't speak, at least for the most part. The purple one has spoken before, but it only says 3 words, and it's the same 3 words every time, from what I've heard people saying, which is friend or foe. But those who have interacted with them in their dreams.
But someone said that the purple one talked to them earlier.
Well,
but not just that.
Well, talk is a bit... They change colors temporarily to reflect...
No, I mean, like,
yes.
they said yes, no. Stuff like that. Like...
Well, I don't know if they meant verbally, but they have a system in mind that they change colors to answer yes or no questions based off what color they change to.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if you ever encounter them and you decide to talk to them, the golden ones, if it turns white, that's yes. If it turns red, that means no. Purple one, blue is yes. Pink is no.
Got it.
And if they do both, like, back and forth, that's them kind of saying maybe. So, yeah. I'm not advising you go seek them out heavily, because we still don't really know what they are, and they're...
if they show up, then I'll be nice to them. And they have to be nice back to me. Or at least that's how I hope they will.
Well, that's a hope. That's a good attitude to have about it.
Also, I'm also trying to go around to make sure that everyone knows that no matter what, my door's still open if you ever need to talk. No one has to know about anything that you tell me.
Yeah.
A lot of people are down in the dumps right now because of the 2 individuals leaving, but I still want to make sure that people know that whenever they're feeling more open.
I'm going to be fully honest as much as I can. There's a lot going on with me that I feel like if I started talking about would actually manage to stress you out.
Nonsense. Like I said, my door's open anytime that you feel like you need to talk. I'm not trying to pressure you into doing it.
I'll keep that in mind. I'm just... If I do end up doing that, just be prepared. It's a bit of a doozy.
I will. But please know, if you keep on seeing yourself as a burden like that, it's just going to stress yourself out even more whenever you need help. Just because it's an issue that you need to face, you don't need to face it alone.
Right. Noted. I'm gonna try to see if I can find my captain.
Stay safe.
That's the goal. came near that altar at one time. I'd summoned her before. It was the only time that I've ever actually brought one forth without really trying to.
Yeah, we'll turn that around, yeah.
They usually tend to like to show up around me when I'm...
As well as try and stay in between the lines.
At this point, I just like to sort out the thoughts. Talk with Ivy and actually got me thinking about their intent. We'll speak of balance. They are opposites to each other. Light, dark, divine, occult, life and creation, death and destruction. The world definitively favors those of the divine and shuns those of the occult. They are equally afraid of life and death, or rather, they cherish life but fear death, which fits that same bill. They want to have a balance struck, yet Alea wants us to continue to spread the light. So if that were the case, then would they heed us to listen to, or at least hear out, Shav? I mean, if there's anything that's kind of a signifying of this ideal of balance, ironically living proof of it. One that fries and creates a weapon of destruction. This which is drawn and resonates with That which creates. For what purpose, I don't know yet. Divine creates, occult erases and destroys. But yet these energies have to exist from somewhere. They were not artificially created. These magics come from someone, which means they're part of the natural creation of existence. Divine gives us the energy to bring something back to a state that it was before. Healing, creating, making something from nothing. But you can't just make something from nothing. I mean, mana itself is used to facilitate this. That's using something to make something. It's not the same thing. Then have occult, or at least abyssal magic, uses mana to destroy, remove something to where it can't be brought back. Its very idea is gone. Those of occult seem to be drawn to trying to harness powers of the rifts, which implies that the rifts themselves could be occultic in nature. What if there was a rise in the use of divine in the world to the point that there was no more that could be drawn from it without causing damage to another part of the concept of existence to make up the difference? What if there was so much destruction that something were to happen to try to facilitate a sudden creation of something? That would imply that the rifts are part of a counterbalance measure. That'd be frightening in itself. So how do we play into it then, if that's what Alea and Shaf want, is for us to take part in this rebalancing? What are we able to do that no one else can? Or is the point being that it's not that it's us, it's just we're the ones who answered first? If only those two had appeared when I was by myself, instead of in a crowded tavern with some person who had never met them before. I could have finally tried to ask them both what all of this means. What they mean. Just like that whole meeting with the commanders of the setting sun. It just feels like every time I reach out for a lead, it just gets more frayed. Now I have to get used to not only just looking around me, but looking up too. And I know that they like to hide in the trees, just to lurk nearby. It'd be so much easier if they just showed up in front of you and just made their presence known. I think the most annoying part about them is the fact that they show up when you're least prepared to actually address them. When you're more mentally prepared for it, it's like they know. That's the annoying part.
Probably check on that.
It is not terribly late afternoon.
There's
But
still
it's
like a
getting
bit.
Oh, okay.
late. It's like
It's
late
still like an hour
afternoon,
before I
sort of
need to go to sleep. So we're good.
Rowan, do you just give yourself like a certain bedtime, like time?
If
like,
I don't
you have to go at a
maintain it,
specific
I'll
time.
lose the hours.
That's healthy.
Probably healthy. No.
You're probably the most healthiest out of all of us when it comes to a
That
sleep
is
schedule.
not true.
I
I'm
usually
very
keep
healthy.
going till I pass out.
I meant like in a sleep
That's
schedule.
not
Like, do you sleep like? Do you like go
Yeah,
to
you
bed
look
like really
healthy.
early and then wake up really?
I sleep
like,
for
early
6
as well?
hours every night.
That's not
I
necessarily
thought it
a
was
good
7
thing.
hours for a good night's sleep.
It's
It depends on
varies
person
from
to
person to person.
There's still studies on that. My sister was trying to go through with those,
sleep
but
in
I've
person,
not
too.
really been
Go
able
around.
to talk to her in a
Hello?
good bit.
So,
I've been
wait,
around,
then
I've just
how
kind
long
of been
does-
wandering.
Wait, do people just sleep at
What the hell?
What? Oh
It is
god,
a
they got the
horse.
horse!
Oh, they did find the
The
fucking
horse ain't
horses
stopping.
after.
Hello?
Horse! Unicorn!
Oh, wait, what the hell?
I don't know where we're going. Ooh, it's kicking.
Unicorn!
They don't have horns, don't look at them!
They don't have horns.
Well, they found the horses
It's
after, I
plastic-
guess.
I think they.
I don't think that they
just
have
put
horns.
That's very
horns
fucking
onto the head.
slow.
Like no,
Did-
they just like shoved like
Did
like-
they?
like a stick.
Did they just take
the
them
head.
from somewhere? Please tell me those didn't
They
belong
went
to
to
people.
multiple horses like
Those
40
were
minutes
wild.
ago.
I see. Okay.
They didn't have
Looks like they
saddles
had
at the very
saddles,
least.
So yeah, I think probably why.
Why are we even needing horses? That's my question.
I think they just wanted to have some fun.
Maybe it's
Which honestly,
fun.
after these last 7 weeks
Interaction
of
with
work,
animals cheers people up.
I heard the fairy.
Everyone's been working hard these last 2
horse
weeks.
riding classes. Maybe that's.
That's
what
why
they did.
having pets is a good thing.
Yeah,
Horse
unfortunately,
meat is
it's,
a delicacy where I come from.
for most cases, it's difficult to have pets around
Must
here.
die anyway.
Percy's like
like a
one of
good
the
friend.
few exceptions.
He's 10 years old.
He's a little guy, a silly little
That
guy.
is quite young.
Old fella.
Well, he's. I got him when. Yeah, he's like. Yeah, he was 10. Well, I'm thinking about it because I got him when I was 10. I'm 21 now, so.
Are you looking
okay?
for the horse
No,
riders? They
probably
went
some
that
fun.
way.
We do golf.
Mm.
Rowan, no.
I'm just curious where they went.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
fine. I'm taking.
They
medicine
rode off
off,
into the
it's fine.
sunset, never to be seen again.
Appreciate the offer.
Goodness.
I sure hope Solus finds me soon. I'm supposed to punch him until he feels better.
Oh, he's at the bar.
What?
You
How-
was at the bar, yeah.
Bar, where's the bar?
It's perfect bar
Uh,
activity.
tavern.
I haven't seen a good bar fight in
Where's the
like
tavern?
a year.
Over,
city,
over
yeah.
that
Where
way.
the Crawley are.
Ah, I see.
I promised him he would spar to help him feel better.
Is that a mink?
Nice.
What the fuck is a mink?
No, that's a different creature.
He's a skink.
I'll just think about it in the meantime. Dibs on her 8th tech stuff. She left it for me. Don't touch it. It's mine. It's mine and 8th tech.
Guys, she's been gone for like an hour and you're already divvying up her stuff? What the
She
fuck?
gave it. She already said it's yours, Jack. Take it. So I'm serious.
Fair enough, I'm just...
Okay.
It's a little...
Glad we all missed that.
Sounds a little fucked, even though. Unnecessary shortcuts are the best shortcuts.
Interrupting your exquisite conversation about reading, it sounds like.
Those places may be safe from Rift Feast now, but still doesn't make them safe, truly.
Well, then we.
If we'd had a shield here before
Is
the
it,
Rift.
apparently, Ever's waiting to, quote, have a spar to punch you until you feel better. Are you aware of that fact?
I mean, they offered. I didn't really say yes. I said I might take him up on the offer. I can.
Well, they're 100% sitting around hoping you get back to them, so if you don't intend on doing it, you should probably let them know sooner rather than later.
Gotcha.
Didn't run a show.
I'll finish eating all my stuff then I'll probably go farm.
He's over by the
want to know
campsite.
I would like to see if anyone swings that massive hunk of metal around.
Me too.
Doesn't seem practical.
Oh, actually, here he comes.
Well, I'm actually getting early,
Bye.
so you guys have fun with that.
We'll do. I'll finish
Got a
up my
lot to
food
think
and
about.
drink and I'll be out. Let me know if you ever need to like help with any like training or anything, or just like chilling. If you need to drink your problems away.
Hopefully not. Thanks for sharing a meal with us.
No problem. It was nice.
Yeah. See y'all around.
See ya.
Good night, Luca.
Right. Cool. Game time. You ready?
Where are we going?
All right. No idea. Somewhere kind of open, I guess.
Probably somewhere, if you're going to be using any kind of magic, try to go somewhere that's not going to turn into a wildfire.
I do not have magic.
I'm mostly referring to
I don't know if
this
I can
one.
really use magic. I know. I mean, I can't really use magic here without setting half the place ablaze. I don't think so. I'll have to work on that for now. But
Please no magic. Unless we fight in a river.
that could also work.
Right here?
But that might be a little
Watch.
awkward as well.
What are you looking at?
I'm pretty sure they're going outside the town.
Okay.
Good.
Probably follow anyway.
Toriel mentioned you. You and the White Dragonkin are friends of her, correct?
Yeah.
There's a Rowan at the campfire.
Sweet. You can heal us when we're open. Hey, medical people, real quick, are you guys okay to like spend your mana in a bit? Because we want to beat each other up for a little bit.
Sure.
Sure. Do you want someone to be
Sweet.
there on site?
Doing that. Nice. We're just gonna do it like over there, like on the hill part or something. I don't know.
So
Not
we
too
can
far away.
still
Just
hold
want to make sure you guys are cool.
If anyone's
Yeah, no
seriously
stress.
injured, we can drag them to camps. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Nice.
try not
sure I
to
won't be
drag
there.
them. That just makes there be more injuries to heal.
Just
Don't
scream
worry.
really
I know
loud.
basic first aid.
Leaving you
I would like to try and get.
I know how to put like a bandage on someone.
At least I'd like to try and get a shield on this.
I know how to make a splint out of sticks.
I just kind of want to watch this.
Though we should lose a shirt.
Yeah.
I do not. It's very hard to find shirts this size.
Oh, this
Alright
grass
then.
is dull. Oh, perfect.
Yep, get consumed by the grass, Jackson.
So how many rolls are we doing?
I don't know, to like feel better, I guess? I don't know. How much do you want to fight?
Got it.
I do not mind.
Oh, shirt's coming off.
Well, I guess we'll just kind of keep going until we're set. Oh, should I also take my shirt off? Or
Like I said, I do not have many shirts, so I just did not want to ruin mine.
Fair
enough.
It does not matter to me.
Like I gotta use the biggest sword against you, you know?
Barrett's missing out.
It wouldn't
So,
matter.
you ready?
Would one of you care to count down?
Sure. Okay. Fight live in 3, 2, 1.
Goodness.
Okay. Wow. Feel like a whole carriage of horses.
Careful not to block in such a way that your blade shatters, Sauls.
Oh, alright. Cool. Okay. Wow. You're good though. Heavy weapon. It's kind of difficult to get around, huh? We're focusing. Sorry, we should probably be quiet.
So that's how you light him. I was wondering, since I never saw you bring out a match of any kind.
A little bit of lightning. Ooh.
Ooh. You okay, Cab?
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Okay.
Just don't overdo it, you two.
You know what? Can't beat you in strength, but maybe some speed will do me some good. Alright.
Give him a bit of space, Jackson. If he's going to be going fast, they might move around a lot more.
I'm good. I'll be fine.
Okay.
Oh. Alright.
HP. Oh.
You're good. You're really good.
I've fought many years.
Blood pumping. Oh, this feeling, the blood pumping. Really gets you going, huh? Alright then. Okay.
Jackson, is that some kind of shroud? Or what is that?
It could be resonance.
Looks like resonance.
Huh? Resonance? Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. Guess I got excited.
Oh no, you're great.
Sorry,
Oh.
hang on.
Well, there go all the horses again.
If you wish to stop, I'm fine.
Honestly,
I might
yeah.
have a bruised rib or two.
Oh.
Me, I
Oh,
like you
they
effective,
are
never mind.
coming towards the camp. Without riders.
Yeah, I can see.
Jaw checked.
Wait.
It's,
This crack's
Better
blown
change
pretty
the
quick.
shape.
Where did the people that wrote them go?
Yeah, that is a serious
You're-
Uncle Metal.
Those.
Yeah. Never mind.
Are those a problem?
Yeah, that's a little bit. That's a lot. I'm lying. That's
Unicorns.
Okay.
Oh no, those apparently,
Must be.
despite what they look like, they don't have horns.
You're
Gotcha.
really good fighter.
Is what I've heard.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
There's some minor wounds.
I do feel a little better.
Well, either the riders got dumped off in the woods, or they ate them.
It's gonna suck, but I do feel happy.
I mean, horses usually don't eat too much meat.
You're very strong.
You're pretty good yourself.
There are few I know who can utilize so many fighting styles.
Thanks. You haven't even seen me use my magic yet.
That is what I
Yeah,
mean.
preferably not
To
in the
have
middle
four
of this
different
highly
styles
flammable field.
With magic as well is impressive.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it
pretty
won't
good
be
at dueling.
afterwards.
The only reason I know hand to hand is for faster opponents.
You know healing? I don't think you do. No, you don't.
You really caught me off guard. You
Least-
really caught me with that.
Not that I'm aware of, unless I figure out why this.
Though it is much
but it
shorter
only
range,
reacts when other divine is around, so
Oh, I see. Interesting.
I don't
Well,
know.
I mean,
I don't know what that means yet, but
Anyway, so I wouldn't
Well,
worry
if
about
you're
it too
not
much.
trained, don't heal
Oh, well-
Solus. We should
well,
probably
yeah,
get
no,
him
well,
somebody
I'm-
to fix his jaw.
I wasn't about to just like go up and shove. Oh yeah, he learned a flight spell recently.
It's okay, we have the other one here.
Oh, perfect. You're ready. Solus got fucked up.
How much did he beat you up? How bad are we looking
Oh,
here?
real bad. I won't lie. Let's see here. Probably 2 minor, 1 moderate.
Pull my punches.
Real tough guy.
Understood.
You're from Droza?
Northern forces,
Do you feel better now?
There's
Yeah, no, I do.
What was your
Not physically, but you know, emotionally feel a little better.
Well, yeah, of course, you're going to be in a little bit of pain because you know you just got shit beaten out of you. So
Yes. Sorry.
It is an old
Tickles.
divine name, though it does
well,
not
yeah, of
exist
course,
anymore.
it's divine. What do you expect?
Yeah, sorry. Gotta hold still.
You can. Stop- you're being so jittery and giggly.
Sorry. Tickles.
Oh, this is.
Calm yourself down a little.
Okay.
I'm trying. Sorry, just divine magic. Always tickles for some reason.
From a Reaver clan.
It normally does. I mean,
Oh.
that's what divine does.
I will say it's
That's the.
being near it.
Yeah, I
is
can feel that
causing
adrenaline wearing off though.
like tingle again.
They're survivalists.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the adrenaline's wearing off. Yeah, that's how it's like a bitch as well now. Ooh.
But no, we were
You'll feel it.
Uh,
Trust me.
How about you? Do you have
Good night.
anything?
We'll probably be on the move. So.
I could use some healing.
About how much? Actually,
1 moderate, 4 mild.
Jeez.
Riley, do you mind if I just check something real quick?
Sure.
This has been
Hello.
after
Jackson
something has been tried in the past by
Ezra.
what's
Nice
his
to meet you.
what's his
If it's been
name?
tried in the past, why bother?
Got it.
No, because he didn't confirm something. I want to see something here.
You are
It's having to do with this.
Yeah.
It
a
has been
Viking?
reacting anytime you've been doing healing nearby. Do you mind if I just touch
Okay,
my hand
cool.
to
I
yours
haven't,
while you're
met
doing
you.
the healing?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I haven't met many others.
Well,
especially
with
ones.
him, it seems stronger when
I don't
he's,
know.
like,
I
doing
assumed
it.
you weren't as young as I.
Yeah.
All right.
I blocked
You
a
know,
lot
we'll
of
just
my
hold hands together. There we go. We'll just all of our hands together.
Very, very
There's
good.
not an animation at the moment,
Right.
but the sigil on her hand flashes.
We had a
your
professor
healing
on
finishes
Bombadil.
instantly.
I don't know if he's still with us. He's up for potions.
Bombadil.
He's older one.
Oh.
Huh. You did that quick.
I don't recognize the name.
Man.
Okay.
Guess I must have not really hit you that much, huh?
Okay,
Yeah.
wow, that felt weird.
You did kind of beat the shit out. The pair of you did beat the shit out of each other.
I
So.
still have a bruised rib.
What? Well, hang on.
I
But wait,
think.
but
Much
you
look
healed
like
him
it,
like
but
super
that was actually
Yeah, no, I don't know
Oh,
what
I see.
that
Sword,
wasn't.
but
I wasn't supposed to heal that quickly.
You know, you survived, so good job.
Probably from the
I think that's why it seems all
Fuck.
like drawn to it.
Kuloni?
I think it
Origin?
just
The sword?
just
I am, yeah.
amplified it.
Oh, okay.
Born and raised.
Cool.
I mean,
I've never been.
probably, but
That is really ironic, then.
It's
I'm gonna
it's
just
nice. I mean, it's,
maybe I'll.
was
Your
nice.
hand does not look to be made of iron.
A little harried at the moment. But
Metaphorically.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you know.
I'm
best
gonna go
in
tell
hindsight.
I don't know if we should
Rowan
be concerned with the fact.
Reputation.
because I
Well,
feel like you should
go
We
probably.
flew over the river.
I would suggest just
Comfortable
waiting
state despite the
here,
roof next door.
Yeah.
considering
I
we're
know,
waiting
he-
for Rowan to return.
He went off
Because
after.
we went to go find the others who were on the
What?
horses.
No,
that the
no,
horses
no.
just came
I'm an
back without
ex-adventurer.
any riders on them.
Oh, I see.
So,
Yeah.
something happened.
I'm just
Fair enough.
traveling at the moment.
Or they got off
go,
and didn't have any road.
Yeah, we're
I don't know.
Why would they have gone
Living
off
on the
to
planet.
in many ways?
I mean, someone's
Don't
going back.
Don't
Uh,
forget the face.
Can't tell who that is from afar.
Sweet, thanks.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's been interesting.
I might just.
And your
It's actually been
arms.
rather slow from where we're at the moment, but we're
Don't be a
working on
dirty
something to make the
boy.
space.
There you go.
I would say you could
Stay here. Tell
Why
me
did you have to
your
say
day.
it like
We'll
that?
do the river later.
Goes well.
Yeah,
he chose to.
Shield, right?
Why?
Yeah.
You know what? Never mind. Live your best life.
I am.
Did you go
Seems
out?
like a large group.
Yes, cause well, that was Solace and Evira having a spar. Jackson and I
see.
were watching,
Who
as
won?
well as well, they kind of were just. They were kind of just dudes being dudes in the sense of hitting each other to
Guys being guys.
yeah, I mean, you understand.
I understand. No need for explanations.
And but yeah, it was just then me and Jackson were watching, as well as that I think if I remember his name, that Ezra guy that was in the area, the Viking with the I think it's some kind of like katana blade. I can't tell. He hasn't actually drawn it to show. Interesting
see.
person though. Ex-adventurer.
Sounds to be. Sounds like
I
it.
mean,
Apologies,
go-
I cut you off. You were about to ask something when you approached.
I was gonna say, did you go out with the rest of the people that went out in the direction that the riderless horses came back from? Or were you just walking around by yourself?
No, I was in fact looking for them. I wanted to see what the
Oh.
results of it was.
Yeah.
yes.
All I know is I saw the horses running back, and there was nobody on their backs, which means
That's
they
rather
have
concerning.
been. They have either been dumped in the woods or the horses ate them. Oh wait, there's Rowan. I see.
The horses ate them.
Airborne Rowan incoming.
I see.
But yeah, I'm sure this is probably the most.
So
well,
where are
actually,
the horses now?
that is they went off that way-ish somewhere. That's actually, I think, the only Ventus spell that he knows. He's actually primarily a divine caster.
You told me as much.
Yeah.
One of your best.
Yeah, at least one of the most practiced. Did you find them? Or are you looking for the horses?
Is Riley?
Oh, Riley?
Well, we found, but they're fine. I just wanted to make sure that there weren't people waiting on us, but
Oh, well.
seems that they're not.
Yeah, I mean, the healing hap. By the way, I've found out something interesting about what this whole mess means, because I finally tried something that came to me after Varys tried something back in Norendel.
Oh.
I touched the spot where they were healing, and the thing lit up, and the spell basically almost finished instantly.
Really?
Yeah, like it was healed and everything, but like
that's handy.
That just happened. Felt a
And
little
there's no
tiring.
mana?
No,
Oh,
I'm pretty.
there we
I'm pretty sure it took mana from me, but yeah.
No, that's incredibly handy then. Ivan, you wish to speak though. That is honestly great news.
I just figured
did
you'd
not
probably
leave
want to
Ivan
know
behind in the
that.
sky. No, that's great. We'll talk more on this later, I promise.
Yeah, because I feel like I need to find the extent of
Let's get it
how
spread out.
well that works.
Oh, it shouldn't actually
Time
take
to
too much
find
of your
a new
time. I was
No, of
just.
course.
I was actually hoping to pick up a light spell, I suppose. I was hoping to work on one while I had time, and you seem to be getting the hang of it. So if you would be willing to show me the ropes, I suppose.
I'm still
divine
getting the hang of
healing
it, as you saw this
primarily,
morning,
or
but...
different style divine?
Oh, wind magic.
Flying.
Oh.
Flying magic.
I heard light, and so I was like,
Anyone stand
divine?
I said flight.
Okay. My bad.
I'm more than willing to try and help. Admittedly, I'm still getting parts of it down. The reason I was up on that rock in this morning is I'm still trying to get used to
auxiliary
maintaining it.
Sort of a non-combatant unit, so we're almost like civilians, except they're kind of living with us. Kind of thing.
Yeah, that ability is a lot more interesting than you realize. I'm not gonna say how, but it's it is very much the counterbalance to her other hand. Did he? I think he went out with the group of people looking for those who rode out on the horses. I haven't seen him come
Do you
back
know which
across
direction?
Last I saw, I remembered I'm going across the river that way. Rowan's come back after being out that direction. He flew back. I don't recall seeing the rest of the group come back yet.
Do you know which direction it went?
Maybe. Rowan, was Yorichi part of the group that went out with you guys to look for the horse riders?
I believe he was there, yes.
Is he on his way? Well, the person who cared is running off, but...
He'll find out, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he was the one who wanted to know. I'm not looking for him, he was, so...
Fair enough.
Yeah.
He was out there, I believe, though. I don't think they're coming back anytime soon.
Yeah, are those people okay? Like, what happened?
They're just out having fun by the ocean. Not like swimming or anything, but just enjoying themselves in a different environment, I guess. The
Okay.
horses, I think, just went back to wherever they were.
Oh yeah, no, the
So they
horses
ran through this
literally
campus away.
ran by through here and went out that way.
No, I was there when that happened. That's what spurred us to go out. But I think they're probably just returning to wherever their home is. I think they're wild, so.
Yeah, they definitely. I was going to say they didn't have like any sort of like equipment on them, and even like even in stables, they tend to have like at least something on them for some degree of identification.
Oh my, what time is it actually? I should probably. It's so hard to tell if it's
Uh,
night, evening.
That's
it is
the
pretty late.
That's the joy of dense cloud cover. Daytime can look like nighttime.
Yeah. Céline, I have a question.
I might have
I
an
don't know.
answer.
I need to know if it's just me.
Yeah.
Do you ever, since we came here, do you ever see those little sparkles in the distance and think it's something else, something orb-shaped? Because I keep every time I walk through here, I keep thinking it's that.
I mean, yeah, but it would be worse if they were purple because that one has been literally stalking me in weird ways. I kept finding.
no.
I've grown used to looking behind me, but now I've also realized I'd have to also start looking up because it was up a tree. Also, that one ex-adventurer guy that has been hanging around a little bit. I don't know if you met him, the Viking with the I think it's a katana.
I have not actually.
Oh well. Some of the Ox Force guys came walking into the tavern while me and Captain Murphy were talking to him and just, you know, talking like normal people, and they was just like, "Hey, you guys see anything about the purple orb and such?" And we're just like, "Hey, yeah, you're talking about weird stuff right now. You sure you haven't been drinking already?" And well, around that same time while they're doing that, purple orb shows up literally in my fucking mug, like on the table, and I like just slam my hand over it, just like covered up. But then the gold one and the purple one show up like just right there on the table, like a little bit later, right in front of him, and like.
Were they? Wasn't there someone just walking down that path?
That was probably. I think that was Ezra, the person I was just talking about, actually.
Where did they go? I looked away for a second.
They are incredibly short. So they probably blended into the grass. But
I guess that's possible.
But yeah, they I was going to say, Gold Orb, Purple Orb both showed up right on the table, right in front of them. So at that point, it was like, well, we can't just pretend we don't see this. Then Gold Orb turned purple, so now there were two purple orbs. One of them floated up and went off after a little bit, and the other one floated right up to, like, Ezra's face, and just dissipated right there. So it's like, well...
Oh, the fucking horses are back.
I was gonna say, well, they got a crash course in, being around us, so, well, hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us, given that they just seem to be someone who's passing by, as far as I'm aware.
That's fair. Do you think they're recruitable then? They showed any interest in
They... From the way they talk about things, they were very much, like, they left the adventuring life behind before the rifts really became a big thing. Like, they fought a few rift beasts before, not on the same scale that we have, but from the sounds of it, they're just trying to get away from, well, their home life because they had a bit of a falling out with people back there, and they just want to get away from it. I mean, he's
everything all right?
No, they did get trampled.
I mean, he was a pretty friendly person, so I mean, if you run across him, you should say hi.
I would like to speak with him. I was going to, and then the horse ran through our camp.
Yeah. I mean,
we got a couple of horses. We let him in, and then one of them got out. It's up over there. If you're willing to help.
I am not a horse whisperer. I don't think I would have any luck convincing it to follow me.
Well, all we had to do was hold the sweet grasses, and they followed us right in. But then the one decided to run back out.
Yeah.
If I see it, I'll do what I can, but
It's right over there. I can see it now. It's just a matter of grabbing the grasses and bringing it over.
Do you have the grass? Seems like... Alright. I guess we're horse wranglers now.
Add that to your resume.
I saw someone over by it already, so I don't know if they managed to calm it down.
Well, they're either calming it down or they're making it worse. We'll find out when we get closer.
You want some of it? There's half the pile there.
Sure. Right, well, I suppose let's go horse chasing.
Oh, wait. They're on their way back already. I think they have some of it.
Wind seems to be doing a good job. I'm not going to be in its way. Well, maybe not.
What? Oh.
It's gone somewhere else.
I mean, it might just be getting distracted by grass that's in the ground.
You got some sweet grass. I wonder if we can throw it back in.
What kind of grass are you using?
The yellow bunches over there, I think it's sweet grass. The other ones I like didn't find enough.
He doesn't.
Well, that complicates it.
You're telling me horses are unique and have their own preferences? Dang. I thought they were supposed to be cookie cutters. Well, I have very little to contribute to this, so I'm gonna get out of the way so I don't get trampled. Consider it part of your training in the divine. Divine horse. I don't know. This is our life now.
A sort of trust exercise?
I see.
One can even call it that.
Interesting.
Trust exercise.
But yeah, it's mostly...
Yeah, talking about his one of his friends. I interrupted your conversation earlier today. Did you guys get covered with everything?
Yes, I think. I don't even remember the context of the conversation now. But I believe so. It was,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, yeah, actually, now I remember. We kind of got the idea. It was a bit of a ramble. That was...
Okay.
So
nice to talk about it, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay. No, I get you.
So, do we own those horses?
No.
No.
Are they
I don't
someone's-
think we can feed them on the ship, even if we did.
I would be afraid that one of them would somehow, like, because there's no way we'd either have to... They'd pretty much be stuck below deck because we couldn't get them up the stairs.
Unless Mayneth and Lefron let them get in the vents again. Hello.
I don't think they can fit in the vents. I mean, I thought the Stitches couldn't fit in the vents either, but then, well, there they were.
They were living up there.
In the vents.
Do I know that? I don't think I knew that.
Did you?
They were in the vents.
Yeah, somebody literally, like, apparently Lefron and Mayneth, like, literally saw them go in there, and then just kind of didn't say anything.
That is news to me. I did.
Yeah.
Are they here? Well,
they're...
I've been...
Yeah, no, they are 100% somewhere in the vicinity. They could be watching you right now.
They're
Are
trying
they-
to catch horses.
Are they in the woods?
What are we gonna do with them?
They're right
Oh, that's, yeah, I
behind
heard he wanted to study them.
Céline, I wouldn't do that if I were you, I swear.
I'm sorry.
Today is not the day I...
What happened? Besides the...
One of my...
Besides the, thing looking at us from the tree.
Well, one of my teammates decided to leave, but besides that, nothing much.
There's... Shut up, Ren. I could hear that. But in all truthfulness, I think they've made their presence known. I don't know why they opted to just, hide for so long, because it wasn't like they were the only ones that, like, came on from Norendel and just followed along.
Do you still want it?
But for whatever reason, they decided that the vents were the place to be, and doing
I suppose-
random acts of fashion.
I see. I thought it was just sentimental for him.
Haha. Well, I'll keep an eye out. I'm sure they're happy to be here.
Yeah, well, there's certainly
Whatever that
something
means.
to be here. I don't know what that is yet, but they're here. They're the reason why Acteris, like, they're the reason why Acteris was, like, talking about, like, literally, like, pumping stuff through the vents was to try to flush them out of them.
Oh, the stitches.
I did hear him mention that.
Yeah, no,
I was confused on why, but now the context.
That was
it does
why.
make sense.
Because he was
Please,
appalled by the idea that there had been people living in our vents for
I have a prediction.
like, over a couple months.
In exactly 5 or so months, we're going to miss the days that we had to worry about stitches in the vents.
I hate that you're probably right, so I'm going
prediction.
to strongly ignore you on that one because I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to think about the fact that things are only going to get worse.
Welcome to war, baby.
Fuck. Yeah, that. I don't even have a defense for that one. Like, just like the. What happened today? Yeah, my teammate just left. Oh yeah, that did happen today, didn't it? Shit. Like that. I am cringing so hard that I want to just end episode right here because I want to die. I wasn't close to those characters, so like I interacted, but then like it wasn't like, you know, lingering. Hey, Robert. Good.
How are you doing?
More or less okay.
Oh.
I have no idea what that was supposed to be, but okay.
Okay.
That happened.
Yeah. You should give her a compliment too.
I know, but I'm thinking about one, but I can't imagine one. They have a flower on their back, but we all do. Yeah. I gotta think of one.
Perhaps we'll come to you.
Anyways,
I'll come to you.
These things take time.
I'm glad the moon is not an egg. I hope it's not an egg. We don't know, but it's not an egg. Yeah.
As far as we know, it's not an egg.
It's an
Probably
interesting
is.
thought, but we're not going to let ourselves get stuck on it.
Think about what is real, like actual real eggs. Yeah.
They're much more interesting, right? Because you get to eat those.
Yeah. Yeah, you can eat them and you can make them into many different things too. So many things with only one egg. So many ways of eat them. You can even bite into it raw. Shell included.
That is one way to eat an egg, I suppose.
Never really thought about wanting to do
Sounds
that.
crunchy.
That just sounds... I don't know, I feel like that would just be an unpleasant texture.
And crunchy, perhaps. And slimy.
You're not...
Yeah.
You're not
Both. All of it
making
together.
it sound any better.
I'm not attempting to.
Okay.
I'm just stating facts.
Just making sure we're on the same page.
I heard people get sick if they eat raw egg though.
You can.
Is it true?
I might.
Oh. Why?
But you probably might not. Well, I'm human.
There
Oh, well, yeah.
can be things from the bodies of the animals that laid them that get into the eggs that can make some people sick if they ingest them, but those things get made inert if you cook them. So,
I see.
it's not a guarantee,
never
but
had that
it's
problem.
common
I
enough
heard
that
about-
you have to be careful. if you are susceptible to that sort of thing.
Indeed. Now I have to think about Elenia and something good about them, because I have to compliment them back, and I'm thinking. And I like that hair, but I think that's
You can say
too
that.
classic.
You can say that. It's not necessarily too classic. It's still a compliment.
You don't
is it
have
not?
a compliment doesn't have to be the first time it's ever been said to anybody. It just the act of kindness is the thing that makes people feel happy.
Okay,
As
I want to
long-
make people feel happy.
As long as the feeling behind it is genuine, that's really the main point.
That's what matters.
Yes. So, have any of you seen Soralir?
Nor there. The white dragon king you spoke of?
I saw them a little while ago. I think they were walking into the village.
Oh, finally back. Finally liking people again. Okay, I'll go meet them. Bye-bye.
That's one way to
Enjoy
put
your
it.
time. Maybe don't tell her that she's finally liking people again.
Oh.
Yeah, that might make them
Okay, I
suddenly
will not
stop
tell her.
liking people again, and then we're back at square one.
Maybe one of the reasons why she doesn't like people is because I am.
People who don't like people don't like it when you point out that they don't like people.
That is
she is now.
confusing.
I mean, I'm not wrong.
Go around the tent. She's over there. I had some questions for you, if you have time. Certainly. Well, first off, the
More?
oars. I saw one fall.
More.
And it's been spoken.
Don't
No,
prepare to
good
the point
crap,
that you
but-
psych yourself out of just going up and talking to them.
Oh, but I wanted to bring surprise. Oh, yellow. I think no, still pink. That's fine.
No, they're kind of yellow sometimes. It's the way that the light's hitting them.
Yes. Soralir. Hello. I have flowers. 3 badly picked flower, yellow, pink, and red. I have 6 more that you've given me in the last 8 weeks in my pocket.
I'm running out of space.
Yes, and I wanted to see your reaction to, I mean, not that you react to much with your face, but I wanted to see your reaction of some of them. Which one you like best? What color? That is a reaction with your face.
Oh dear.
To learn something else.
Jumping off tonight.
Okay, gotcha.
When the person came in,
Middle of the horse cave it? Yeah, we saw
Yeah.
all of them. They almost trampled through camp.
they aimed straight for the cheese,
Wait,
which we ended up.
A horse tried to get in here?
Oh, they. Wait,
They didn't try, they did.
Oh,
They went straight for the cheese.
Oh no.
Oh, that's crazy. I
No,
wonder
no,
how
no, no,
much
no, no,
she
no, no, no,
was
no. Hey, well,
I
that is not the
Ferrari
worst
ever-
worries.
Yeah.
Ferrari already cut around man, the bite that's marks. crazy. Don't worry about eating
Yeah, but
cheese
the
that's been
biggest
bitten
issue,
into.
the biggest issue is the yellow hair guy, he
He got
masked himself with cheese and...
Oh, he got
No,
trampled. I saw
Multiple
that.
times.
Yeah.
No. Also put cheese on self.
Why would you put cheese on yourself?
They thought it'd be a nice way to...
Because he's not as smart as he seemed, evidently. Covered himself in grasses and cheese and apparently some bread too, and...
I see. Okay.
Find horse, so horse fight. Let's see.
Gotcha. That's certainly an approach. I kind of want to go looking for those people that just went out by the ocean. Clearly they're having fun, or they would have come back by now.
I know, shocked me too.
Oh, I see you're back
look like
from
one of those people who
your
have a-
horse adventure. Was it great?
Yeah, took us into the ocean. Almost dragged us in, but I was able to free us out.
I'm sorry, into the ocean?
Yeah,
So they were
killed
against
these.
us. Holy shit.
Oh.
It isn't.
Wow.
I'm lying.
Oh, okay.
I have a story with editing.
Honestly, I would have been willing to believe you because that just sounds par for the course.
Avi. Avelio Abadan, to be more precise.
Avi. Okay.
Really?
Hey.
Hi.
Ah, jeez.
Hi.
Ooh.
Do you need like somebody to like stand on your back, Caleb?
Honestly, yeah.
I
woke
got
up
you
real
doing
weird.
good. Did anyone see the horses come by here?
Yeah.
Horses ran off that
Yeah,
way.
we were on them.
Yeah.
Are they still over there? I don't want to see them.
Long gone. Probably not.
There was
No, I
a
think they
duo
go
that
on-
was still
they
in the
ran away.
city. Unless they also ran away.
I'm gonna try to lie down at the ground.
Anyway.
Need to see how this goes.
That's fine, it'll work.
You got this.
You currently look very
Am I on the
comfortable.
ground? How do I look? How do I look? I'm assuming bad.
You
Hey, listen.
You look like
I'll give you
What the
this.
fuck do I look
You're
like?
a
What the
skeleton
fuck am
eye.
I?
you
I do twerk. I heard a sound that I'm going to regret seeing later.
you I didn't realize you were that flexible, Caleb.
No, I am the man. I've won so many dances in brothels.
So I was gonna say, because you know what? To be fair, all things considered, that was one hell of an art you had going on
Oh
there.
yeah, I used to have to work
Well,
at a brothel once. For
so
a bit
it
in
looked
order
like you
get,
just
you know,
did a backflip to sit
get my
down
ass kicked
from
by
over
a
here.
dude who was larger than me.
If it makes you think I'm cooler than I did.
You know what? Sure.
I had a
You're cool.
people bought me a few times.
Wow, holy shit. I mean, I don't know if I'm saying that. No, I get it, but like, you just
For
walked there and you're just cool with it? Like, you
for a
just-
dance, right?
Tell me about it.
I mean, dancing and other stuff, yeah.
So you like, you fucked them, right?
Yeah, no, I fucked. I got fucked. I fucked my entire body. It was horrible. Here we go.
I mean,
Yeah, my leg.
Fair enough.
What the fuck is that? I'm gonna stand up.
Get.
Really? All right.
Gil, do you
Yeah,
need to be
lying
seen
down's
by
not really for
medical?
me.
You might need to be seen by medical.
Yes. Yeah. No, I told the story about how the first time I had to wear a dress. I met a girl at a bar. She invited me over to her place. She took a drink from something. She fell unconscious. I was like, oh shit, what am I going to do? Her husband walks in. She said, you made my wife fall unconscious. And I said, I don't know who the fuck made her fall unconscious, sir. I was here to have sex with her. And then he took offense to that, so I jumped out of a window. And I ran through some clothes. I'm like, shit. I picked out a dress. I'm like, awesome, great. And so I put on the dress, and I stood in front of a brothel. I was looking pretty. He ran right past me, didn't see. And I was like, phew. And some lovely ladies of the night who were there said, you look really good in that dress. Care to work here? And I said, nah, it's not really my thing. They then said, if you don't work here for a bit, we'll tell that man you were here. And I said, I guess I could take up the occupation for a night or two.
Oh my god.
And anyway, I got a whole newfound respect for sex workers.
Yeah, did you enjoy it?
Don't tell me, Tamaki.
What? Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Good.
Did you keep the dress on during?
I
was too scared to take it off. That man was bigger than me. I used to be a little smaller, and that man was a little bigger. If it was today, I could easily kick his ass. But no, but back then, no.
I see.
I know I thought about doing it once or twice when we were really desperate for money at the orphanage, but never did. Never went through with it.
Ah, you cute. They would have loved you.
Oh, thanks. I had too much of a reputation, though. People hated me in that fucking city. I was like the annoying brat that everyone knew. I'd like go around and start fights with random people's kids.
You know?
Riff raff, street rat, scoundrel. Take that.
Never mind.
Stop, thief.
I had to steal some stuff too, actually. I was a thief for a little bit. Didn't really have the money to afford proper food, so I had to steal what you could, right? Became very good at eating moldy bread. There's a method to it. You avoid the green bits.
Yeah, you
I
just...
certainly hope you don't do that anymore.
You know that can kill you, right?
Yeah, you scrape
You
off.
can also cook it off.
Yeah, you just
with
scrape it
fire.
off, and it's good.
I mean, sometimes I had to eat the green parts because there wasn't enough for the other kids, so I gave them the good parts and I ate the green stuff. And I didn't feel too great, but you know, I made do.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Yeah, you can just scrape off the moldy part, and it's fine.
It never tasted that great, honestly.
Oh.
On the
like
bread.
Bread's not meant to be green.
You ever had bread?
Yes, I've had.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like the green part that grows, and it grows and grows and grows. You can just like shave it off, and it'll be fine.
So no, it's not.
Really disgusting.
Is that why you have a green uniform?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Maybe.
Nico once ate moldy necromancer
I guess
bread.
if you had no other choice.
Maybe
Why
it's
would
the
you
old
do that?
moldy bread catching up to me.
bread? What?
Why are you making bread out of
Nice to
necromancers?
meet you. My name is Geleb. You've learned a lot about me in the past 3 minutes.
Yes, yes, I have.
We have our friend Yiko. I'm not sure if he's still around. Sometimes he's hard to see. Back on when we used to, we were an academy located on the island. We found out there was a necromancer on the island. She was nice enough, except for all the zombies that she had walking around. So we had to kill her. But before we started being aggressive against her, she offered one of us bread, and our friend Yiko took it and then ate it, and he was fine, I guess. I wouldn't recommend eating moldy necromancer bread in the future, though. But
Probably pretty bad.
What's the difference between regular bread and necromancer bread?
There's so many pieces of that store that
a necromancer made it.
What the hell?
Yeah, but what if the necromancer was a baker? I'm just saying.
It's a taste to die for. Emphasis on die.
Oh god.
A spell on a piece of bread.
makes you make as a zombie. Might happen to Ika when he dies. He ate the necromancer bread, make as a zombie.
If you get turned into a zombie the regular way, you crave brains. You eat the necromancer bread, you crave grains.
Someone who heals people by baking them food.
Baking them into food or baking them food?
I don't think turning someone into a baked good would heal them.
I'm sorry.
Dude, no. If I turned into bread, more importantly toast, that.
If I don't try to give myself humor every now and then, I feel like I would literally be insane by now.
Dude, I'd eat myself, man. If I was toast, I love toast. I'd do it.
Would you have a mouth?
I don't know.
If I was turned into bread, would you eat me?
Yes.
Are you tasty bread, or are you like, yeah, because, like, I don't know, I might take a nibble. Is that okay? Could I have, like, a nibble?
You can take a nibble. If you liked me, would you eat me?
Do I have to only have you, or can I, like, put butter on the bread?
You can dress me up however you like.
You put cheese on it.
Would you be
like
upset
you can make
if
a
I
sandwich.
turned you into toast and then ate you?
Your girlfriend just walked by.
I'd rather not be toast. I'd rather be a regular sandwich. But if you
bread,
really
I would
want to
turn
make
you
me
into a
toast, there's not
delicious
much I can do
sandwich
about
and
it because I'm
eat you.
dead and
I hope
bread.
that's
I'm
some sort
assuming
of
you was
comfort.
Talia. I wouldn't think it's. Is that Robert?
Oh, wait, what?
Your girlfriend's Robert?
No.
You go.
No.
That is quite honorable. He summoned both orbs earlier.
I'm sorry.
Who?
I'm not. No.
Robert.
Oh.
Robert's nice. Robert's not my girlfriend.
Well.
Robert's not a girl.
Well, Elenia did run by,
across the
and then Talia was up there too, I think. So maybe I'm.
Okay, yeah, I've
maybe
got
I
my
saw-
answer. Gellert, I think I'd eat you probably. Like, I think I'd be like a little hesitant at first, but then I'd probably make a pretty good sandwich out of you and eat you.
Could have been worse. Could have been the orbs just showing up in the middle of the tavern in front of some people and never met them before and aren't affiliated with us. And we had to sit there and be like, well, we can't just pretend we don't see
Different
them.
meats and stuff. If I could put like anything in it, you know.
It also kept showing up.
very
It kept showing up in my drink, and I was just like trying to hide it from them by just putting my hand over to like, yeah, man, just making sure no one puts anything in my drink, like
especially if it's toasted.
Orb.
And then I gave them drinks, and one of them went into the drink, and then they disappeared, and then I drank
yes,
it.
when the spice
So I don't
someone's
know if
drink
I'm
was
gonna
an
get any
orb.
of those nightmares or
That's what
dreams
they're
tonight.
for.
But
Yep, it's you think you have to worry about people slipping like weird alchemical mixtures into your drink? No, just you know,
or blood.
Magical orbs of unknown
Blood.
origin.
Hey, Irene.
It's something to ponder.
Okay.
Hi,
I
Vin.
drank a paralyzing soup one time.
Mind if I join you?
Why did you drink a paralyzing
Come right
soup?
ahead.
Angry about
Because Vesper said I think like he wanted to see the effects of something, and I was like, what?
What if
does
it's
it
a
do?
really good
And he says
soup,
he doesn't
though?
know.
It wasn't.
Like,
it was
what if it
bland.
was like-
It was bland as hecky.
If it was good, I'd consider it, but from the sounds of it, there was no tangible benefit.
Okay. Paralyzing soup. You know it's gonna paralyze you for a day, but it tastes super good.
Do I get to?
Would you do it?
Soup that blinds you.
Do I get to choose?
Stew that blinds you for a day? Yeah.
Do I get to choose where I get to enjoy it
something.
and not be bothered by anyone else?
Yeah, if you wanna have a nice like sunset like stew or something, you know,
Like-
you can
like-
sit there and watch the sunset.
Like, do I get to make sure I'm in a place where, like, you know, people aren't gonna like mess with me while I'm paralyzed for 24 hours?
I mean, I guess, yeah, if you really want. That's a lot of thought you're putting into this, but yeah.
Well, I'm just making sure I have control over the situation if I'm going to eat the soup that paralyzes me. But
Gotcha.
Hello, Sorley.
Oh, that's Sora,
hello.
Soragon,
Sorry. My
Sora.
Sorler.
That's the one. Yeah.
Sora?
That's, yeah, Sora.
The character from your favorite bedtime story, and then
I
Leah.
love that bedtime story. Lit.
Yeah, I know you do.
That sounded oddly accusational.
bedtime
Yeah, I know you do.
The same as a fiction story.
I love Sora. Yeah, I know you do.
It's my favorite one. I could explain it, but I'd need like 10 days to explain that entire like.
I
Story.
like that story too.
Has always.
You can.
Is it a long book?
It's a good one. It's a it's a long
It's been a long
book,
time since I've seen it.
and
Haven't-
there are multiple long books.
Haven't they like released a bunch of them?
Seems
They
like
keep
too much
saying,
of a
"Oh, they're
hassle.
going to have." It's like those stories where like, "Oh yeah, this is the last one," but then they keep releasing a
fine.
sequel over and over.
Kinda. They keep like adding more stuff.
Hey,
to it.
Jacqueline.
I think. I don't know. I've heard. I can't read.
It's one of
so-
those things where
Horse riding.
they
though.
keep releasing like, here's the story, and then it got really popular. It's like, what if we made a second one? And they did.
Ominous
And they're like, what if we
bottom.
made stuff that happened between them? So then released shorter stories in between them, and they just kept doing that until there's like 13 things before the third.
Juice from an apple.
Yeah, they literally just squeezed apples into a juice.
How to define kinetic energy?
I mean, it
and
goes
thought
to
they
your
were
life.
Squeeze an apple.
to ride a horse.
I can believe that.
That's so
Wait,
worth
not
it.
easier to just have an actual horse.
Whoa.
So good.
Oh, bro.
So when does the paralyzing kick in? Because that's worth it. I'm okay with this. I
They're
can get comfy.
expensive. They take a lot
It's
of
amazing. I mean,
Like
what's
hit
it
you in the
fun?
neck really hard.
I mean, I gotta be paralyzed, right?
Still,
Wow.
Gee, a horse and miasmatic. That sounds
trying to make a projection
incredibly
of them.
difficult.
You know what? I was thinking.
Divine horse?
So wait, I had this
What?
great idea. So I was thinking, right? So we, so you know
They were
how
testing it this
before
entire
you
week.
made that
Divine
strawberry
horse.
milkshake stuff, and it was
Divine
remember
horse.
that? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Why
I
would
was
we do it
thinking
over there? I
back
just don't wanna,
recently
like, blind
to the
everybody.
gala,
It's
and it was
a
really
big
good.
old thing and
there
a
was
whole
this
process.
thing, this like ice cream.
Yeah,
stuff,
sure.
right?
Let's go.
And it was all
I'd
like
love to see.
cold and stuff.
I mean,
and I thought,
not-
take some notes
what
from
if
me.
we took
I mean, I
the
feel
milk
emotionally
up
invested in this.
and we
I kind of
throw
want
it-
to see this.
A divine horse.
I get to
show up.
You may
Yeah,
call it
you can
a
come
holy
along.
Cow. Fucking good one, Gil. You fucking nailed it. That was fucking funny.
I don't know if it's a horse, but he's big as something.
You could like a cow and a horse.
Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole process. Bring forth my fathom of steel. Steed. No, that's not the words. Dang it. Hold on. Bring forth my steed. Of claws and teeth and swords and daggers. Come forth so that I may aid my friends.
Oh. Hmm. You weren't kidding when you said it was bright.
You were not lying.
What is this? Can I touch it?
No, do not.
Okay, wait, he's casting.
Probably not.
Is he choosing to do this, or
Yes.
was it done?
Yeah, no, he, never mind. Never, okay. Well, he was choosing to do it up until that point.
Pulse.
He's fine. Wake up. Is he dead?
He passed out?
Do not.
Oh, backlash?
Well,
Alright.
we were talking about soup that paralyzes you, juice that paralyzes
Picks
you.
up
This is a
Obby.
spell that paralyzes you, apparently.
He's alright.
So did he choose to do this?
Yeah,
or-
he was trying to
do the
cast
thing.
something, and
Obby is silly, man.
as we can see, it definitely didn't work because I'm pretty sure that's not what he intended to have
You just wanna,
happen.
like, set him on a table?
I don't
Nope.
think.
Oh, you just walk through that. I guess you can do that. Alright, right here.
Exactly
Here you
a
go.
good
There you go,
spell
Obby.
if that
On the
is the
table.
intended effect. That's,
I don't know.
shit.
Could be a weird flex. Like, look how fast I can make myself pass out.
I don't believe that's a flex.
I know.
I could do that
it'd
shit
be-
easy. I just run into a tree fast enough. Like it's not hard.
I don't think.
Is he good?
You haven't tried that, right?
Okay, a pleasure.
Pleasure to have you.
Why are you?
What if he has?
Why are you thinking about this so long?
You could manage, I think.
I
One
don't know, I
time
had
to
my
prove
head
that I
hard.
could hold my
Kinda
breath
thought to-
longer than someone else, I passed out. but I won.
Hold on, let me get
I'm not
shield
sure
and
if I
spear
did
off
do
of
it,
him.
if it was a dream. It was all kind of weird, and I remember waking up like in a field afterwards. So
Yeah, that. I mean, that
sounds-
probably sounds like you succeeded
Was
and gave yourself
Was
a
a tree
concussion.
nearby?
All right.
I mean, I wasn't like half awake when I was.
Is it
It
good?
seems a lot of the injuries are internal.
I think something. I had fucked up my head like an idiot.
Okay, good. I'll give it another look. It sounds as if you did ram straight first into the tree. Today's scars show no signs tomorrow. Maybe they will spring new life.
She ran that way
But
last I saw.
Leo's with her. I'd recommend you give him space, if possible.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Céline,
okay.
I just wanted to talk.
There's something going on
finish the
inside.
Conversation. So I'm just trying to follow up.
She's rather upset.
How bad are we talking?
It's not terrible, but it's okay. Can you just support his neck a little bit? I don't want him to jolt when he wakes up.
Sure.
Here we go.
So I saw you talking with the.
What am I seeing in here?
I believe. Yeah, no, he had a bunch of really cool stories. I was like, really, I don't know, any of this stuff. He was talking about how he killed.
What am I seeing?
Thing in the sewers and flames.
Internally?
How, like, it put like a weird monster in his
You
friend,
see,
and it was, like, spewed out of his stomach, and then
some
they had to, like, kill the
some
monster
internal
in his stomach and
bleeding.
kill the friend afterwards. That was really like disgusting and cool. And
This is manageable, but just trying to figure out where it's from.
fighting something. He fucked up a spell he was using, had a terrible
It's kind of
but they managed to make it out of there. The monster they were hiding.
sprouted in little increments around his body,
He's kinda like a
like
hero
his
in, like,
entire
real
one.
life, and, like, in person, it was super sweet.
The
He had, like,
spell
stories and
stressed
stuff.
his entire body.
Badass sword. His sword thing, it's a fucking magical relic. It's got like a spell imbued in it.
He tried to cast something
You
and
can use
it
it to
looks
cast
like it
four
backlashed.
spells.
Does this
Like,
look like a backlash to you?
Something
That's
like
what
that.
you're seeing?
Yeah, no problem. He can use a fourth circle spell
Place some-
using the weapon.
It should be. This is as close to it as I think it could be.
No,
Everyone's
no,
body's
he
different.
hasn't shown it to me. To be fair, casting a fourth circle spell just out in the middle of.
Not ready. I mean, there's empty bottles, but
You could get some water from the river and quickly boil it a bit, just make sure it's clean.
thanks, Yuki.
Well, it's because he's retired. You were like a lawyer.
I've actually got some myself.
It's easy to make
Oh.
stories. I'm sure you know.
Sorry, I was.
That's,
Well,
I mean, it's still
what?
worth
I
having
believe that it is the case.
multiple
The swords
sources.
seem pretty important looking and cool, so I don't know. And even if it wasn't, it didn't really matter
if you want.
for a good story.
Yeah. Avi?
Oh, Solus, have you seen?
We can
Fevira?
like kind of sit him up in such a way we could help like
I
facilitate.
haven't. I've been told they're here, and I've been
Drink,
wanting
maybe.
to see them, but I just haven't seen them at all yet.
Avi?
Still around?
Is that the Viking woman? I think I've heard that.
He is
Yeah,
out.
no, they were part of the old
not that tall.
heritage. They're
He
yeah,
might
they
have
could be
just
a part of
exhausted
Terra.
himself.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, part of
Yes.
Terra. I've been
They
told
were a
they're around
cook.
it somewhere, but I just.
We.
Oh, they're a cook now.
Alright.
And helping cook, yes.
Let's just make him comfortable.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah, I
not
haven't seen her
on top of a table.
I believe they're at the airship currently.
Better on the
I mean-
floor.
during
The floor would be cooler. That's a good point.
Get him in the tent.
I was gonna say we have the tents.
No. Alright, you. Here we go, up we go.
It's like staying down and
Alright, where am I taking him?
Just over to
To
one of
the
the
tent.
If you take
bedrolls in the
that
tent.
way and take the left path, it leads towards it eventually.
Alright, you big idiot.
That way and.
There you go. We're on a bedroll.
I was gonna say it's
Put these under his head.
something softer and it'll support him a bit better. So
There you go.
also, if he jolts awake suddenly, he won't risk falling off of it onto the ground.
Yeah. Weird.
So,
Do you
what
think
was
Maybe we
this?
should get earlier.
What was the spell he was trying to cast?
Is it Divine Horse, or is that your thing?
No, he said he was trying to cast something with wolves. He's been learning how to make divine wolves.
Oh, that's neat.
I guess maybe he's not there yet. But it was flashy, I'll give him that.
Yeah.
I'll go see if I can find Zora.
Although at this point I don't know if
Yeah.
the flashiness was the backlash or if that's how it was supposed to look.
Yeah. His pulse is at least stable, so.
Yeah.
Weird.
I suppose question to ask him whenever he wakes.
It's the first time I've actually seen the resonance up close while I'm not like exhausted. It's like.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like. Is it like veins or?
I don't understand it.
I mean,
Like anything I've seen.
it looks like the opposite of my arm. I think in a good way, but like it's like the similar sort of like
The when it's, I would hope.
when it's normal.
Yeah.
Alright, found his mom.
Ears and eyes are the similar in the way they look like veins, actually. They aren't dissimilar in that
I
fact.
mean, you haven't had any instances of suddenly finding your arm looking like, you know, something else, right?
Okay, but has he been trying to cast a spell before with wolves? And divine wolves?
Not recently.
He tried casting
Not from what I
something like
remember.
that and heavily backlashed himself.
Like a big bundle of live incantations spoke something about "come to me, my steed" or something of the sort. Has he done it before?
Something that literally caused a full, like, ball of light to engulf him while he was casting. Some heavy stuff.
Can I come closer?
Yeah.
It just
He's fine now.
he's
resting.
been healed up. He's just still looks like he physically exhausts himself from that.
Pulse is normal, but
We alright then? It's time to rest.
see if we can
gonna
get some
say.
food.
Pretty much have done as much as we can
Yeah.
for him at the time being.
Yep.
Healed him, made him comfortable.
It's also night time, so probably wake up in the morning fine.
Probably want to check on him in the morning.
Aye.
No mention it.
Old recruit Harvey had a little bit of a mishap, but he's okay.
Something on top of getting trampled by horses.
He's had a day. I should probably get a little bit of rest myself.
Already seems to be involved in all sorts of trouble.
I like the good old days, dare I say.